Hello, everybody. Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, reacting live to Game 5, Raptors versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's right, we are in Game 5. They said we'd be swept. They said we'd be knocked out after Games 1 and 2 that were pretty bad out there for the Toronto Raptors, but nonetheless, the Raptors go home and sweep the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 2 games in Toronto, and we are back now in Ohio to get this game rocking. So, lots of stuff happening. We are about 18 minutes away from tip-off, 18 minutes to get the previews, to get stuff going, because there are some changes, there are some things that we need to discuss, that we need to dive into. People wonder if I am AI. I am not AI. The song is AI, but that's how we have it rocking. But appreciate everyone that's tuning in, everyone that's ready to rock and roll out here for this game, because there's a lot of stuff going on as we lead into this one. So first things first, we have a lineup change out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So for this series, we have seen the starting lineup used by the Cleveland Cavaliers of course, Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen. 4 of those guys are still starting for the Cleveland Cavaliers, but now they have switched out Dean Wade and they are subbing in Max Strus. So this is a very interesting development out here for the Cavs right now, and it's something that I am not surprised by, solely off of what Kenny Atkinson was implementing out there for their team last game. So basically what was happening is the Raptors, one thing that's really changed this series and allowed them to slow down James Harden, slow down Donovan Mitchell, is Darko Rajaković has tactically applied Jamal Shed, Jakob Walter, RJ Barrett, whoever the heck it is, guarding these guards out there on the other side. They are blitzing them very high out there in the half court. So that leads to, of course, the ball having to get out of the hands of, your Donovan Mitchell's, James Harden's early. And if they want to attack, they want to drive, they're driving in on multiple defenders. So also, if you're relieving that ball, if you're kicking out early, then there's one pass away. You need players that can knock down shots and hit shots. And the thing about Dean Wade here right now, so far in the series, while he's playing fantastic defense out there on Brandon Ingram, he has not been able to knock down his shots to an elite rate. He's not a shot creator, he's not a scorer, he's not doing anything crazy. Averaging 5 points per game in this series, 4.5 rebounds, only 33% from behind the three-point line. So Dean Wade hasn't really had it in regards to his three-point jump shots, so things have changed. The Cavs have made the adjustment, and they're now bringing in Max Strus to be the starter out here, who during the course of the postseason is averaging 12 points per game and shooting 44% from behind the three-point line. So this is an adjustment. So basically, now when the Raptors blitz James Harden, when they blitz Donovan Mitchell out there at the top, one pass away, Max Strus is going to be that in that position to get those quick triggered threes rather than Dean Wade. So that puts the Raptors, again, they've been able to handle it. Of course, they've been blitzing. Max Strus is still playing 25 minutes of a game, over half the game for these ones. So it's not something the Raptors haven't seen and haven't been able to stop, but it's something that should be taken note. So Max Strus getting the start out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We still don't have the starters out there for the Toronto Raptors. But basically, let me know in the chat, are you worried about this? Type Y in the chat if you're worried about this lineup adjustment. Type N if you are not. I'm typing M. I'm spamming it a couple times, but that's how we're looking. That's how we're seeing. But what's happening, Mr. T-Rex? Good to see you out here. Good choke job, Mr. Harden. We love to see it. Scottie B. Glazer, good to see you out here in the chat. Ben died in 2020. This is Riker using AI to take over the Digest Media Dynasty. You got me. It's I faked the Riker comeback, but let's get this win tonight. I caved to bought Sportsnet for this game. Hey, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. But I got you for the play-by-play. If you want to delete that, did not pay for that. But Max Strus is a 50-50 on offense, and that's the thing. That is the one thing about this Max Strus development, because the Cavaliers have done a really good job out there on the defensive end, specifically in making things tough out there for Brandon Ingram. That's one of the big topics, one of the big storylines, one of the big narratives out there leading throughout this series has been how inefficient Brandon Ingram has been in these games. And BI, 15 points per game, a 45% true shooting 33% from the field, 39%, interestingly enough, from behind the three-point line, but overall has not been that fantastic in that move. And Gav was saying it's a desperate move. Not a lot of people too stressed about this Max Strus adjustment, but now with Max Strus either having to guard Brandon Ingram, having to guard RJ Barrett, or having to guard Scottie Barnes, that is a huge advantage out there for the Toronto Raptors in this game. That is a huge, huge positive out there for this team as we move things forward. So, very, very exciting stuff here right now. We got 89 people out here at the start. I want you guys to comment down below. I want a real one. Type in real one out there in the chat. Anyone that's subscribed, anyone that's here this early out here in this stream, type in real one. I'll give you a shout out there in the stream. Appreciate everyone that's tuned in here early. We are about 13 minutes away from the start of this game. But these are the things, right? Like, we're taking a look at how things have been going out there in the playoff series. I called it on the other one, and I was wrong. Like, I was expecting a nice, efficient, very big game out there for Brandon Ingram. I think with this change, with Brandon Ingram going up against Max Strus more so rather than Dean Wade, I think this will be the game that we can see an unlocked Brandon Ingram. But I might be wrong. It was a bold take out there in the last one. Might be a less bold take here now, but that's my take in this one. But a Gene Rick version. Shout out to real one. Goku 8924. Real one, let's go. Mr. T-Rex, no, you're a real one. Scottie B. Glazer, real one. Who's this? 23, real one since 2019. We absolutely love to see it. But they may be tempting the Raps to push the offense through BI. Maybe low-key smart as BI bricks on the regular of the series. Tom McClain, that could be definitely some 4D chess. But the thing about it is, I still have trust in Brandon Ingram. It might be unfounded. It might be my homerisms, personified out here on this channel, as I've done for the past 8 years, as I've done this YouTube stuff in the 2 years before doing, Twitter covering this. I wear the rose-tinted glasses when it comes to the Toronto Raptors, and I'll admit it, I'm fine with it. That's part of my personality when it comes to sports fandom, but that is what it is. But we'll see. Let me know if you think yes or no in the chat. Spam it down below. Spam it in the chat right now. Y or N. Type Y or N if. Yes, why? If you think Brandon Ingram's going to have a big, efficient game in this one, and if you do not think that's the case. Lugs Magi, let's go. Let's go. Real ones out here at this. I have a prediction right now because you were correct the last 2 games. I called Jameson battle, and I called BI playing better. Now, I don't know if my BI one went all out because he wasn't super efficient, but it's, top of that, that's a smart, I could see Kenny Atkinson thinking that all the way, but I might be biased. I might be biased out there on that front. But other things to be taking a look at. And it may have come out. Maybe I missed it in my little stream prep or whatever, but we're not sure. No changes to the starting lineup, I don't believe, for the Toronto Raptors. I think they're going to run the same starting unit from what I read earlier today for this game. So I think that's what we're looking with, and that leads to Jakob Poeltl getting on the court. Jakob Poeltl has not been good this series. Been fantastic defensively. Not perfect. There have been some possessions where he struggled, but only averaging 5.3 points per game, 3 rebounds, and a 34% true shooting and 18% from behind the three-point line is bad. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he's made a shot in the past 2 games. Now, they've both been wins, and he's been a starter. They've both been wins. But Jakob Poeltl, I believe, is getting the start out here for the Toronto Raptors in this one. Do you think that's a smart move? And obviously, I'm a biased Shedhead, so I'm going to lean in the root, especially without Immanuel Quickley. Jamal Shed to be in there to man the offense to get things rocking and rolling for your team. But Jakob Poeltl brings some extra size. It allows Scottie to really manage the point guard spot out there at the start. Let me know, yes or no. Do you agree Jakob Poeltl should be the starter, or should it be Jamal Shed or someone else? Let me know in the comment section. That's why I hope. Let's go. But Jakobi has to have one singular three-pointer, and I'll be satisfied. Yeah, if you can knock down one, then we'll be in a very, very good spot. Other things to take note of course, are just how well our top guys have been playing over the course of this series. Scottie Barnes is proving himself to be superstar. I've been saying it might be a hot take, might be getting grilled a little bit here and there. Scottie Barnes averaging 26 points per game. 5 rebounds, 7.3 assists, shooting 63% true shooting, 52% from the field, making over half his shots, shooting 47% from behind the three-point line. Scottie Barnes has been absolutely cooking over the course of the series. On top of it, 1 steal, 1 block per night. Scottie's been doing it on both ends of the court. He's been locking down, whether it's he switched on Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen, whether he's guarding one of the guards, and Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, whoever the heck it is, Scottie Barnes has been next level over the course of these playoffs. So that is something that you need to respect, you need to uphold, and hopefully we get another big game out there on the road for Scottie Barnes in this one. He's been fantastic. And in the last one, RJ Barrett did have a colder game, so to speak. He wasn't as good as he was earlier in the series, but still maintaining his averages. 24 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3.5 assists. They called me crazy. They called me a madman. The amount of comments I get about, Ben, you're too much of a homer, you're too much of this, you're just you got tunnel vision when it comes to RJ Barrett, because starting this movement of not trading RJ Barrett, it started on a day. I was candid. I was open about it. I was direct. I saw a Bleacher Report article saying we should trade RJ Barrett for Marcus Smart, who at the time, Marcus Smart was not that guy. He was not the Celtics. He's playing pretty good for the Lakers right now. So again, Marcus Smart's it might be sacrilegious to say as a Raptors fan, but Marcus Smart's one of my favorite players in the league. I've always maintained the stance. If Kyle Lowry is my favorite player of all time, Kyle Lowry and Steve Nash, then I can't disrespect Marcus Smart. I've stood on that. I've accepted that. But I saw something, Washington Wizards Marcus Smart straight up for RJ Barrett, and then we'd be throwing in a second-round pick. I said, I need to start a movement. I need to start something. Something needs to change out here in Raptors fandom for, this stuff to be going on. So if you are a part of the movement, of not wanting to trade RJ Barrett, even if you jumped on during this postseason, spam M. I want you to type M in the chat 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. You need to join this movement here right now. 5 times. Because candidly, there's not a lot of people part of it. We need more people in it here right now. So if you're not a usual chatter, you're one of the 126 people that are tuned in, locked in, ready for this Raptors game, but haven't chat just yet, spam M. Spam M, because that's what we need. But I've been saying Smart would make a great Raptor for years. Gavo, you are 100% correct. Not better than RJ. We are on the exact same wavelength. He's not better than RJ. He would be an awesome fit. Would be cool. I love that style of player, but the injured Marcus Smart that was in that Bleacher Report trade had me sickened. Had me sickened enough to cook up, get into the After Effects and cook up this little animation, start the movement, because it was disrespectful. All the discourse, all the stuff that was going on with RJ Barrett there at this point. So it's very rewarding. It makes me feel very, very good that he has had such a good playoff start and ready to get things rocking. But we are about 6 minutes away from the start of tip-off. We will be showing the score. We will be showing everything, so making sure people that tune in know this isn't just going to be me yapping the whole time. I'll be giving all the play-by-play, all the stuff, so you guys see it. Scoreboard will be here. And we also have a sub-goal. We have a sub-goal tonight, 1,300 subscribers. Started this thing off, 41,248. I think we can get there. I think we can get there out there in this stream. 41,300. So make sure, tell your friends, hit that subscribe button if you're tuned in early. But, it's something we'll be flashing up over the course of this stream. And with the 126 people out there, I'll make you guys work out there in the chat. Type R if you are rooting for the Toronto Raptors, or C if you are rooting for the Cleveland Cavaliers. But let me know who you guys are rooting for. Usually early on, we get a lot of real ones. We get a lot of folks rooting for the Toronto Raptors, a lot of smart folks out there, but sometimes some Cavs fans are sneaking in early over the course of the stream. They always get flooded, especially if the Cavs start playing well. But Raptors, let's go. Tom McLean saying not disrespectful. Got to trade something to get something. I agree. Just hopefully that something isn't RJ Barrett, unless we're getting a superstar. Of course. I'm not saying that we get Luka on the table or we get something crazy on the table, but it's that. But Sam C. Quickley's not starting. Lots of ours. Shout out Scottie Barnes, Tom McLean, KK Braun, Blue Jays fan 38. Let's go. Big Blue Jays win today. But is Quickley starting? Quickley's not starting. Quickley is out for the rest of this playoff series against the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've completely written him off. So there's no hope for him actually returning over the course of this first round action. So it is currently Jacoby Walter, Scottie Barnes, RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, and Jakob Poeltl getting the start in this one. I imagine CMB will be getting some stuff. But that's the lineups. That's how things are starting to look out there for this team. But I think a couple cases could be made. Jamal Shed, his stats have not been overwhelming. They haven't been, hey, Ben, why the heck are you, wearing that shed on your head the entire playoffs? Why are you yapping like this, doing this every single night? The stats, the box score might not warrant the amount of hype and praise that I've given Jamal Shed. But you watch these games. You got your eye out there on your televisions, out there in the crowd. Jamal Shed has been one of the most impactful players out there for the Toronto Raptors over the course of these playoffs. And exception of game one, the shots haven't been going down. He's 47% true shooting 35% from three-point line. Also, that's better than I thought, but 36% from the field. Still, 4 assists per game. And, 2 steals a game as well, which is kind of ridiculous. Jamal Shed has been fantastic and proving that the core, Jamal Shed, Scottie Barnes, and Colin Murray-Boyles is going to be absolutely ridiculous out there for this team. So, if he's knocking down shots, it is over for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that's one thing that has to be brought up, man. We are tied 2-2 in this series. Jakob Walter's been ice cold from 3. Jamal Shed hasn't been, knocking down shots at a crazy rate. We don't have our starting point guard, Immanuel Quickley, and Brandon Ingram right now, the guy that we paid, we traded for, we got to bring in order to be that bucket getter, is shooting 33% from the field right now. For 34% from the field right now, has a 45% true shooting. I mean, we are, the fact that these are close, the fact that, this series is 2-2 with all of that stuff going on, absolutely ridiculous. But definitely a plus defender. Definitely, agreed there. Jamal Shed, hey, Ben, what's happening? Hey, Ben and Raptors fans, what's happening, Patrick? Good to see you back in the streams. But Jamal Shed has guarded Harden a total 9 minutes in the series, and he's 1 bucket to 11 turnovers. Like, Como H beats, that is facts. Like, that says enough about Jamal Shed. And, we got, I think Todd's the channel member I've seen out here in the chat. You can spam these emojis out there if you want. Get them going. But the Shed Heads out there in the chat, if you are a Shed Head, let me know. Comment the Shed Head animation or, spam S if you're a Shed Head. Because, man, I don't know. I believe in this dude. I said it. I was getting grilled from some of the folks over at Celtics Digest. Some of the folks over there at Celtics Digest. I was in their group chat feeling confident out there last night, but basically, I was like, hey, Jamal Shed's going to be an all-star at some point in his career. Might be a crazy take. I was getting laughed at by the folks at Celtics Digest. Getting laughed at. But, we got the Shed Heads. Let's go, Todd. Love to see it. But can't wait for this. The stream's going to be hype. Oh, baby. Lou Nicolo, this is going to be a hype stream. But Jamal's a perfect example of stats don't show the full impact, at least on the offensive end. Defensively, he's the best 6-foot defender in the NBA. Stephen White, 1,000% correct. Lots of S's out there for this team. And Patrick, you were right. I'm not sure what the score prediction, but you got to tease with the score prediction. Sometimes the butterfly flex says it, but Raptors win. Patrick is from the future, folks. If you guys aren't familiar, Patrick out here in the chat is from the future. He knows the scores. He's been right out there in the past few games, so we are cooking. But hope the boys ate good tonight. We got to make it another war and go all out to, we got to get it. We got to get it, Gavo. We got to get it. It's time for this Toronto Raptors team here right now. But we are in very, very good shape. Comment down below who you think will be the X Factor. Type the last name out there of who you think will be the X Factor for the Toronto Raptors. And I'm putting in a weird one. I'm thinking Jakob Walter could have a sneaky good game tonight. I'm thinking he could be the guy that's ignored. His stats haven't been that great as of late. Again, I brought up his stats a ton. Of course, you need Scottie Barnes to perform well. Brandon Ingram, even though I guess he would be an X factor, because of how poorly he's been playing. But he's too important to really consider him an X factor. RJ as well. Jakob Walter, I think, is the guy that's important. Scottie Barnes, that's a very good one as well. Mobley Kuzashvili. Interesting to see how those minutes play. Patrick, RJ, I'm just such an RJ stan, and again, he's my sunshine, my only sunshine. You can see me put in the chat. I need a graphic of this, but RJ Barrett, he's just been so good. Like I view him as a star player out there on this team. I view him as as key. BI or bust, got to show something tonight, without a doubt. This is the game. Dean Wade, the guy that has guarded you, that has been locked in on you, that has been doing all this, he's out. Or at least not out. He's out of the starting lineup, right? He's not playing in this one. They got Max Strus, who has been barbecued chicken out there for this Raptors team. I mean, what are we doing if we can't score on these guys out there in this one? I mean, that would be some silly stuff. Some silly stuff if he is not able to do that out there for this game. But I think the Cavs going to show up tonight, unfortunately. I hope they show up. But the Raptors have to show up as well. And this is the one thing, right? Like the Raptors over the course of this season, and it's why I think for a long stretch of it, a lot of people were like, hey, no one believes this group because they show up well, they give you this hype, and then there's like a 3-game stretch where it's messy, where it's ugly. But I'm hoping this, the momentum you get at home, Darko Rajaković being able to scheme and plan out there for this point, this team is going to come out locked in, ready to go. But again, the Raptors haven't won a game in Cleveland in what? I don't think they ever won a playoff game out there in Cleveland. So, the odds, everyone is taking the Cavaliers out there in this one. But you know what? I am taking the Toronto Raptors, and I want to hear your guys' score predictions out there in the chat. Let me know your score predictions, and let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 how confident you are in them. How confident are you in a Raptors win here now at this point? I want to see some score predictions. Usually I ask for multiple things. It gets confusing to read, but I appreciate you. Break them in the first half. This is a game where if you come out and you step on their throat, if you come out and you are like, hey, we are taking this right from the jump, and the Raptors will be in very, very, very good shape. A Gene Rick version is saying 5, that's fair. On the road, it's tough. You know what? I don't care. I don't blame people for having a bit of lack of confidence, but I'm putting in 10. 101 to 10. But 110, 103 Raptors. Scottie B. Blazers. Love to see that. Baby. We are out here rocking. We are a couple minutes away out there for tip-off, folks. Let me know how we are feeling. I'm starting to feel the hype. I'm starting to feel the energy. I'm starting to feel it out there in this. We got this rocking. Watch them shrink in that case. That's what we need. 1,000 out there from Anderson Isha. Let's go. 6.66. I like it. Two-thirds the way there. We got to earn it. The Raptors got to earn the confidence. Garrett's saying 105 to 92. I dig it. But the way it's going, Detroit, Orlando, we get through the Cavs. I'm very confident we make the Eastern Conference Finals. Stephen White, baby. We are coming out, and we are sweeping the Celtics in the conference finals, baby. We are getting there. That's what I'm saying. I know. I'm looking ahead. I got to knock on wood, but if we play those Orlando Magic in the second round, if we're playing the Orlando Magic in the second round, look at what we did to them just before the end of the season. Am I crazy for saying that if we play the Orlando Magic in the second round, I might get my broom out? I get the broom out? We have home court advantage? We're gonna be in very, very good shape. Brooms might be crazy. But feeling good. Hope we start big instead of slow. Agree. I hope this is I would do anything. Just for an absolute murder, a blowout, a savagery, just slaughter out there at the Cleveland Cavaliers. If we get that out there in this game, that would just do so much for my physical well-being, physical and mental well-being. Oh. That's whoa. Sell the firstborn. That's not what's happening. Williams Ian is calling OT tonight. That's crazy. Infinity, let's go. Feeling good. Let's go. Scottie looking like he's standing on business tonight. That's Scottie Barnes, man. A guy that's averaging over the course of the playoffs this many points if it loads. 26 points per game, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. I mean, what are we doing? He's gonna be cooking. But that'd be awesome. I agree. But I do think we beat Orlando in 5, Detroit in 6. I'm not worried about either of those teams. The Celtics scare me a little bit, but you know what? No. Celtics don't scare me. This team, very capable. And one thing I do want to note, and I haven't really talked about him. Either. Colin Murray Boyles. It's disrespectful not to have talked about Colin Murray Boyles so far in this postseason. 17 points per game. 7.3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, nearly 70% true shooting out there in the series. Like, CMB, put in the chat right now. Put CMB in the chat here right now. Spam it. Spam CMB. If you think he is the best rookie out here right now. Definitely in the playoffs. Definitely the best rookie in the playoffs. Cooper Flag who? CMB is that man. And there's a lot of chatter because I brought up the Celtics. This is what reminded me to discuss Mr. Colin Murray Boyles. This is the glue goat. I love that. That's an elite nickname. I might make a graphic out of that. CMB covered in glue would be absolutely ridiculous. But right now, Colin Murray Boyles. If people aren't familiar, I was going to do a whole video on it this morning. I had a really busy morning. Lots of stuff going. Probably wasn't worth the video. Maybe it was. The Toronto Raptors offered a first-round pick. They offered a first-round pick to the Boston Celtics and R.J. Barrett for Derek White. The Toronto Raptors, and we are just minutes away from the start of this game, so don't think I'm going off tangent with this game beginning and this game starting. But the Toronto Raptors offered CMB, and we got the lucky head massager coming on here. Watch party starting. I'm getting this on the head. Dad's cooking out here. We're getting this rocking and rolling here. Every time I wore this during the Blue Jays World Series, we ended up going on a run. So this is where we're at. But to go back to my rant, to go back to my tangent, The Toronto Raptors in the offseason want to improve. They want to get this team in a place where we're back in the playoff ready to go. Right? And they offered our first round pick, number 9 overall. Number 9 overall, and RJ Barrett. Offered number 9 pick, RJ Barrett. And the reports are Brad Stevens laughed at that. Brad Stevens laughed at us offering up the pick that became Colin Murray Boyles. The pick that became Colin Murray Boyles. And a guy that in the playoffs right now is averaging 24 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3.5 assists. That was laughed at by the Celtics front office and Brad Stevens. So a rookie averaging, let me remind you, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, remarkable defense on like 70% true shooting. And RJ Barrett, we offered these playoff performers for a guy in Derek White, who is 31 years old, averaging 9 points, 3 rebounds, and shooting 20% from the three-point line. 20% from the three-point line. I want everyone in this chat right now. There's 220 people in here right now. I need a TY. I need as many thank yous as possible to Brad Stevens, the Celtics organization. I need a thank you to each and every single one of them. Because, candidly, this move would have set our franchise back. We need to thank the Boston Celtics for declining that trade. Look at these statistical differences. Look at this. Look at the playoff differences in this. RJ Barrett averaging 24 points per game and still young. Like 5 years younger out there than Derek White. And then on top of it, Colin Murray Boyles, the future of our organization. I need more thank yous than that. Lots of thank yous out there in the chat. 17-7 and 2. That's crazy. That is crazy. We got to get back. We got to lock back in. My rant, my tirade. A few things that we have to know. Type W in the chat right now. Type W in the chat if you want to speak into existence the Toronto Raptors winning this game. Type W in the chat. You want to speak into existence the Toronto Raptors win this game. We are just minutes away out there from tip-off. I need everyone in here. Type W. You want the Toronto Raptors to win this game. Let me know. Type R if you are rooting for the Toronto Raptors. Type C if you are rooting for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We have Brian back out here in this chat saying the Cavs are way better. You know what they say. I only see Brian talking in games 1 and 2. I see Brian in here a little bit during like the first quarter of these last 2 games. I don't see you talking that much as these games in this series has gone along, Brian. We had our Cavs fans out here. But I want to see a lot of W's, a lot of R's, a lot of stuff out here ready to go. Ready to rock out here in this postseason for the Toronto Raptors. They are doing the lineups. They are getting out there on the court. We are ready. The starters for this team. We have a lot of people rocking. We got the watch party rocking. Watch party, we ready. The watch party is not locked in. Not locked in just yet. Jimmy's locked in. He predicted the Cavs to win the series, so we can't have that. But we are ready. Let's go. Raptors are cooking. I work for Limbrowski. Wake up at 5:40 a.m. The work schedule only comes in when the Raptors are cooking. I see. But, all right. We got to lock the heck in. We got to lock the heck in here right now. Reminder to all of our folks, we have a sub goal of 41,300 subscribers. 41,300 subscribers. If you type in the chat, if you comment in the chat, real one, I will give you a shout out. If you're subscribed, make sure you're subscribed there, or else I'm going to look stupid. But shout out real one if you're subscribed. We got that sub goal of 41,300 subscribers. 49 subscribers away. I think we can get there. What happened in 2018? I don't remember 2018. I wasn't born in 2018, bro. I wasn't born. Sports Plug, still cooking dinner. We're cooking those Cleveland Cavaliers. That's what we're about to do. We're about to create history. For the first time, we are going to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers out there in their arena. Would you take Prime Bulls or Prime Warriors? Prime Raptors, baby. 2019 Raptors. That's who I'm taking, Sync, FFG. But out of those 2 teams, I'm taking Prime Warriors. But I think the Cavs kill us on the way. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. This game is never starting. But starting lineups are out here. Scottie Barnes at point guard. Jakob Poeltl at the 2. Archie Barrett at the 3. Brandon Ingram at the 4. And Jakob Poeltl at the 5. For the Cleveland Cavaliers. James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Max Strus, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen. Let's go. You rooting for the Cavs? That's the Cavs fans out in the watch party. Devastating. But Tyler Rubble, been here for 2 years. Best Raptors support. Tyler, appreciate you. We got the best community out here. Toronto Raptors, appreciate every single one of you. But we are rocking. Actually, we do have a Celtics fan in here. Everyone say thank you, Nathan, for not accepting the Derek White for Colin Murray Boyles and RJ Barrett trade. Say thank you, Nathan, because that is huge for us. Crazy lineup. All right, folks, let's get the hype music rocking. We are starting things off. They are walking out here on the court. We are ready to roll. We are ready to get things rocking. Woo! BI has the basketball. BI looks locked in. And folks, the Cavaliers are not wearing those clean uniforms that they beat us multiple times in. Nathan, you're getting a bunch of thank yous in the chat. You're getting a bunch of thank yous for not accepting that trade. For laughing in the face of that CMB trade. We are rocking. All right. Raps are young. Pressure's on the Cavs. The pressure's on the Cavs, baby. We are ready to rock and roll. This game is about to start. Biggest game. Raptors 20s in the 2020s. If we're not counting 2020. Biggest game here right now. The organization. Need to lock in. Tip-off's about to happen. Raptors are wearing their black and red uniforms. We are starting 0-0. We are ready to go. Ready to start. Okay. Jakob Poeltl with the tip against Jarrett Allen. Things are starting to start. All right. Cavs win the tip. Scottie Barnes is face guarding James Harden. Evan Mobley being guarded by Jakob Poeltl. He's looking aggressive to start. Jakob Poeltl moving his feet early. Good stuff. James Harden driving straight line. Passes it to Evan Mobley in the paint. Good defense. Blocked by Brandon Ingram. Raptors going back the other way. BI out there in transition being guarded by Max Strus. Put the points on the board already. Oh, he missed it. But if Max Strus is guarding Brandon Ingram, if Max Strus is guarding Brandon Ingram, we are in for a treat, Raptors fans. We are in for a treat. I don't care how bad he's been playing. We are in for a sweet treat. Okay, Evan Mobley dribbling up the basketball. Passes it to Scottie Barnes. James Harden being guarded by Scottie Barnes. Being aggressive. James Harden shoots a step back, fakes it, passes to Max Strus early, lets it fly from 3, in and out. Raptors go on the rebound, passes it back. Nice. Secured. Raptors go back the other way. Scottie Barnes is the basketball. Being guarded by Evan Mobley here now. Passes to Jakob Poeltl. What a pass out there from Scottavious Barnes. Kicks it to RJ Barrett for 3. Let's go. Boy, if RJ Barrett starts off hot, you know it's cooked. Folks, 3-0 Toronto Raptors. 11:07 left in the first quarter. Nice tip out there from Jakob Poeltl. We're going back the other way. Jakob Poeltl in transition. Swings it to RJ Barrett. Being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. Swings it to the corner. Back to Jakob Poeltl. Let it fly. Confident from 3. Did he knock that down? That go in? Oh, yeah, baby. We are on fire right now to kick things off. 6-0. Folks, first team to 6 usually wins the game. 10:44 left in the first quarter. James Harden drives to the lane, takes a layup, and 1 for James Harden. James Harden is being aggressive to start things off. 6-2 out there for your Toronto Raptors, but things start rocking and rolling here. But James Harden at the free throw line. Spam miss out there in the chat. Spam miss if you want him to miss this free throw. Need to get it rocking. But we are rocking and rolling here right now. James Harden is there at the free throw line. Spam those misses out there in the chat. 10:40. 6-4 out here for the Toronto Raptors. But James Harden makes the free throw. 6-3. We are already double the points of the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, let's get a little Raptors chant going. Spam R in the chat for Let's Go Raptors. Spam R out there in the chat. Jakob Poeltl is the basketball. Hands it off to Brandon Ingram. Swings it to RJ Barrett, being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. Pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Drives right in the lane. And nice pass to Big Jakob with the slam. None of this soft stuff laying up the basketball. Jakob Poeltl slams that thing home. 8-2-3. 10:17 left in the first. Kicks it to Evan Mobley out there in the paint. Good double. Hand off to Jarrett Allen, who tries to dunk it. That's the softest dunk I've ever seen, but somehow he is fouled. I don't like the look of that. I can turn that up for you. 8-3 for the Toronto Raptors. 8:12 left in the first quarter. 10-12 left in the first quarter. I'm feeling good. I'm not sure if these are free throws, but there's a foul out there on the play. The Cavs still have the basketball or are going to be shooting free throws. But, folks, if we have Big Yak slamming that shots down, then we are in very, very good shape. But Jared Allen makes the first free throw, 8-4. Still double the points. Still double the points of the Cleveland Cavaliers. So that should be noted. We're on pace to win this game, 100-50. But Jared Allen at the free throw line shoots the second one, misses it. Raptors still double the points. Spam D in the chat for double. Let's go. All right, Scottie Barnes drives the lane. A little fadeaway at this. Oh, my God. The floodgates are opening. 10-4. 10 minutes left in the first quarter. James Harden, dribble pull-up three from very deep and knocks it down. James Harden is starting this game off fairly hot, so that should be noted and should be mildly concerning. But 9:51 left in the first. Pick and roll out there. Scottie Barnes driving the lane. Little midi out there for Scottie, right at the elbow. Front rim. Jakob hustling out there. I don't mind, but doesn't secure that rebound. Back the other way. Defense out here for the Toronto Raptors. Jacoby Walters, nice defense. Good deflection out there by Scottie Barnes. Nice transition. Lead away pass. RJ Barrett with the dunk. We have gotten multiple dunks to start things off. 12-7 out there for the Toronto Raptors. 9:25 left in the first. Good defense by Jakob Poeltl. Evan Mobley, soft layup. And we, folks, if you are a fan of referees, you are getting your work in here tonight. You are getting your fix because the referees are loving to blow that whistle on these soft calls underneath the rim. Soft calls underneath the rim. Evan Mobley at the free throw line, 12-7, 9:23 left in the first. But Evan Mobley, man, those lights are bright out there come postseason. Missing free throws, left, right, and center. Evan Mobley misses the first free throw. But we are rocking and rolling here. 9:23 left in the first, 12-7 out there for your Toronto Raptors. And Evan Mobley makes the second. The lights shrunk a little bit. 12-8. Let's go. Let's keep the floodgates open. Get this Raptors chant rocking. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. But RJ Barrett driving the lane, pick and roll out there with Jakob Poeltl. Behind the back pass to Jacoby Walter. Lets it fly from three. And we are getting a confident Jacoby Walter. That was in and out. It is what it is. Cavs going back the other way. James Harden has the basketball. 9:03 left in the first. Pick and roll out there with Evan Mobley. Takes a dribble pull-up three. And Scottie Barnes swats that like he is a 5-year-old child shooting on a mini hoop. An uncle is out there swatting him on that three-point shot. That's what we like to see. Man, that's a... Uncle Pete is looking back out here in this in this watch party. All right. Cavs inbound the basketball. Trying to get into Max Strus, who lets it fly from three and hits the front of the rim. Good rebound by Jacoby Walter. 8:53 left in the first. RJ Barrett has the basketball. Being guarded by Evan Mobley. Drives the lane. RJ Barrett just bullies him. Goes right to the rim. Evan Mobley getting pushed around like a small child. 8:43 left. 12-8. RJ Barrett going to the free throw line. We need these makes. Star J, spam RJ. Star J, we need some spam and RJs out there for him to make these free throws. He's at the free throw line. Misses the first. RJ Barrett's in his head a little bit. To start things off. To make his free throws over the course of the series. But that is fine. As long as he's getting the free throws. That's what we need. All right, RJ Barrett shoots the free throw. Second one's up. And misses again. Front of the rim. It's fine. It's all right. Driving the lane, being aggressive. It's all good. Cavs going back the other way. Evan Mobley thinks he's a point guard. Running an isolation out there on Jakob Poeltl. And James Harden is flopping like a fish. It is fine. It's all good. 12-8. 8:41 left in the first. Foul out there on Scottie Barnes, it looks like. Lots of fouls coming the way of the Toronto Raptors. Compliments of your referees. I'm not a big referee complainer. It's not my usual taste, but there are some weird calls going on here right now in this one. But that's fine. Cavs inbound the basketball out there to Evan Mobley. Trying to run an isolation out there on Jakob Poeltl. Good defense by Big Yak. Good help by Scottie Barnes with his second block of the night, making the Cavaliers look like children. This is AAU basketball for Scottie Barnes. He is just blocking this stuff. And the fact that Evan Mobley is a DPOY before Scottie Barnes is sickening. Type S in the chat if you think it is sickening that Evan Mobley has a DPOY before Scottie Barnes. Silly stuff. And the Cavs try to inbound the basketball, and it goes straight out of bounds. We are going the other way. Let's go. 8:33 left in the first quarter. 12-8 for your Toronto Raptors. Life is good. We are rocking and rolling here. Let's go. Inbound the basketball. Point Scottie dribbling up. Evan Mobley has the current matchup out there on Scottie, getting the lead there. Pick and roll out there with Jakob Poeltl. They're sagging off Scottie for those mid-range jump shots, and that is just butter. That is just smooth, silky like butter. Scottie Barnes knocks it down. 8:21 left in the first. 14-8. Donovan Mitchell trying to, dribble the basketball, trying to get stuff. Max Strus driving the lanes on BI and makes a nice drive. BI, you got to move your feet a little bit more on the defensive end. But 8:09 left in the first. Scottie Barnes, nice pass from Scottie. Jakob makes the lay. Scottie Barnes looking like Magic Johnson to start things off. But folks, this is good. We're getting the first T for timeout for those Cleveland Cavaliers because they desperately needed. Raptors up 16-10 to start things off. Amazing stuff out here for the Toronto Raptors. I said it in the pregame. I said at the start, if they are going to be taking out Dean Wade and putting in Max Strus, that is going to open up the offense for the Toronto Raptors. That is going to open up the offense out there for the Toronto Raptors. But this is very good stuff. But let's take a look at the stats. First thing I want to know, I'm seeing a lot of Cavs fans out here right now. Let me know in the chat who you are rooting for. Spam R in the chat if you are rooting for the Toronto Raptors. Spam C if you are rooting for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I want to know who people are rooting for here right now. But let's take a look at the stats so far in this one. And we have to start things off out there with this man, the guy that has been dominant over the course of these playoffs, Scottie Barnes, starting things off, 4 points, 2 of 3 shooting from the field, 1 steal, and 2 blocks here already. Lots of ours. Start things off. We love to see it. But Scottie, not just dominating out there on the offensive end, but also the defensive end. That's just what Scottie Barnes does. He is so effective out there in doing these things. All the little things your team needs, Scottie Barnes is able to do it. So that is exactly what we're looking for out of our top guy, out of these games out there for this team. But if it's not just Scottie, of course, to start things off, Big Yak has been a nice target out there in the lane for the Toronto Raptors. Lots of R's I'm seeing out there in this chat, which we love to see. And the chat moved too fast, but whoever says Yak says centered. See, get out of here. I mean, they're getting the bias stuff. But Todd saying Jakob not being a complete liability is what we love to see. Starting off, the minutes are completely wrong. Sometimes the minutes are bad on the sophomore, but 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist out there for Jakob Poeltl. Great stuff. Already is a steal. The defense has been fantastic. The cross-court passes in this game has just been next level. What we need to see. Ben, you better pace yourself. Oh, baby, I'm not pacing myself. It's game 5, Jack. It's game 5. We can't be doing this, but we can't be pacing ourselves here. But that's what's happening at this point. RJ Barrett starting off a little bit hot. I'm liking the aggression out there from RJ Barrett to start off this game. 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. It would be nice if he made those 2 free throws, but that is fine. But I can bench 50. I know you've been calling it. There will be a point, especially if we get to the second round. There will be a point where I think Gradey Dick will have an opportunity, will have the chance to get things rocking, but I don't think it's tonight. I don't think it's tonight on the road, but we'll see. We have Jameson Battle, AJ Lawson out there fighting for minutes, fighting for all this stuff here too. But we are returning here from timeout, taking a look at just some of the stats. Evan Mobley has been pretty good out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I completely lied to you. I lied to your face. I lied to your face. 1 point. He's been getting a lot of touches in the lane, but made 1 free throw. And the Raptors just playing good defense. James Harden has been the story, has been the guy out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And 6 points, couple dribble pull-up threes. That is what we're rocking with. But one thing I do want to note, for the people that we have in here, we have a subscriber goal of hitting 41,300 subscribers out here in this stream. And we start off with 41,248. So if you comment real one out here in this stream and you are subscribed, I will shout you out. I appreciate every single one of you that's tuning in to these streams, to these videos, everything we have going out here on the channel, daily Raptors content, and we won't stop. We won't stop, especially during the playoffs. We're currently at this point. You can see that number go up at the bottom. I have 46 away from our subscriber goal, but we are returning to action. We are getting back in the mix. Yak attacks are rocking. I'll let you know substitutions, but Jakob Poeltl still in this game. Donovan Mitchell is dribbling up the basketball. Unknown Reaper, appreciate you. Shout out to you. But I'll give the play-by-play. Jakob Poeltl guarding Donovan Mitchell. Handoff action out there between him and Evan Mobley. And Donovan Mitchell misses the floater. Raptors going back the other way. RJ Barrett, semi-transition, dribbling it up. Good defense out there from Evan Mobley. Handoff with BI, being guarded by Mobley. And BI, a little floater, draws the foul. Would have been nice to get a little M1 there. But, folks, if you let BI get to the free throw line, get in a rhythm, get his life rocking and rolling, then we are going to be in very, very good shape. Very, very good shape. But Unknown Reaper, I appreciate you subscribing. Alicia M. Padu, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You are a real one. I appreciate you. But Brian Ferguson, 8, I guess I'll sub. Appreciate you, Brian. I know you're a Cavs fan. We be teasing a little bit, but I appreciate you joining us out here for this stream. Cavs fans are not. But 17-10, Brandon Ingram makes the first free throw. We are in good shape. And, folks, you guys are crushing it with the subs. We are 39 subscribers away from our goal. Bashar, real one. Great stuff. But Scottie Barnes getting stronger. Good to see. But Brandon Ingram misses the second free throw, but he got one. He got to see the ball go through the hoop, and we will be in good shape. But 17-10 out there for the Toronto Raptors. 7:35 left in the first quarter, and we are going to keep rocking. James Harden, pick and roll out there with Jarrett Allen. RJ Barrett, Scottie Barnes running the defense out there on that stretch. But we are rocking. RJ Barrett guarding Donovan Mitchell. Pick and roll out there with James Harden. Haven't seen much guard-to-guard action, but Brandon Ingram out there guarding Donovan Mitchell. They drive the double. Donovan Mitchell shooting up some crazy floaters. Great rebound by Scottie Barnes in traffic over Jarrett Allen. Scottie Barnes in transition, moving fast, right to Jakob. Does not get catched. I think it smoked it off his face, but Yak's been missing some of those catches sometimes over the course of the series. It is what it is. They swing it to James Harden. You can't leave James Harden open, folks. But actually, you can. You can. Bad day to be the front of the rim if you are a shot from James Harden. But Scottie Barnes driving the lane, being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. He's going straight to the rim and could have been an and one, but going to the free throw line. That's what we love to see. Let's go. Great start out for the Toronto Raptors. 17-10, 6:50 left in the quarter. We are rocking and rolling. Scottie Barnes going to the free throw line. Let's spam S, baby. Spam S for Mr. Scottie Barnes, Super Scottie. And he knocks down the first free throw. He has been electric out there. If you're a channel member as well, spam those emojis out there in the chat. It means use them. You got the channel membership, you get to use those stuff. But okay, Scottie Barnes over the course of the season averaged 18 points per game, 25 points per game out there in the playoffs. Great stuff. But Jakob is getting subbed out of this game, and that's right, the man that is demoralized, the man that has cooked the Cleveland Cavaliers in the series, Colin Murray-Boyles, is back in it. And folks, 19-10, we are close to doubling their score once again. Spam D out there in the chat, not just for the Toronto Raptors on defense, but if you want to double the Cavs score. And that's another steal from Jakob Poeltl. Scottie Barnes kicks it to Jakob, lets it fly from 3. Let's go, baby! We are on fire! Spam 3 in the chat. Spam 3, baby. Spam 3. Spam the D. 22-10 for the Toronto Raptors. Sam Merrill driving on Colin Murray-Boyles. That is a silly play. I don't care that he got fouled. It is a silly play for Sam Merrill to drive in out there on Colin Murray-Boyles. Silly. It's 122-10 for the Toronto Raptors. But no, Sam Merrill's going to the free throw line. Foul out there on Colin Murray-Boyles. This is what we like to see, baby. Spam those threes. Folks, I said it. Where is Scottie B. Glazer? Because he always gets my predictions. I called it from the jump. I said this was a Jakob Walter game. I said he was the X factor. I said it in the pregame. Scottie Barnes subbing out here right now. They're subbing in, I don't know who came in from. Jamal Shed out there in the game. Spam Sheds, Shed out there. We're getting that rocking. But Sam Merrill at the free throw line makes the first one. And makes the second. 12-22 out there for the Toronto Raptors. Jamal Shed out here wearing a swimsuit. In this one. But I said it at the start. I said Jakob was the guy to watch, to look for in this one. But okay, little pick and pop. They're giving the ball to Brandon Ingram. Interesting, they're going to Brandon Ingram now when Dean Wade's back in the game. But that's whatever. Yeah, they run a little pick and roll. They got Max Strus on Brandon Ingram. He's driving the lane. They're collapsing on a ton. Kicks it to Jakob Walter again. Open corner 3 for Jakob and misses it. But good board by RJ Barrett. Driving the lane, being aggressive. I don't mind it. I don't mind that shot. Bit contested, but I don't mind it. All right, James Harden, switch on Colin Murray-Boyles. Got him at the top. Trying to run a post up with Jarrett Allen. Good help from Brandon Ingram. Jamal Shed is a little bit too short. Man, is Jarrett Allen shooting fadeaways when Jamal Shed is on him? That's how cooked you are, bro. That's how cooked. The lights are too bright. And Colin Murray-Boyles is clamping up Sam Merrill, but he did make that shot. That was crazy. Good. Sam Merrill's looking like Steph Curry. I don't mind it. That was great defense from CMB. But 5:30 left in the first quarter. 5:30 left. And 22-15. RJ Barrett has the basketball. Swings it to Jamal Shed. Running actions out there at the top. James Harden guarding RJ Barrett. Put the points on the board already if James Harden's guarding RJ Barrett. But swings it. Jamal Shed drives the lane. Kicks it to Jakob. Swings it back to RJ Barrett. Driving the lane. Good defense out there from the Cavs. That's good defense. That's good defense out from the Cavs. I don't mind it. That's not a great possession for the Raptors, but it is fine. Sam Merrill being guarded by RJ Barrett. Good defense. That's bad. Call timeout. Raptors calling timeout. Good timeout by Darko Rajaković. Good timeout for Darko Rajaković. Cavs on a little bit of run. That's just what happens. It's fine. 5:01 left in the quarter. This is one thing that I used to do these streams up there, start of the season a little bit more. I used to say it a ton. Darko Rajaković, he's sometimes a bit slow in terms of calling those timeouts and the momentum swinging. You know, those peak Eric Spoelstra timeouts, those ones that really get your team back in the mix. The Cavs going on a little run there. Cavs get this rocking. We're going in. All right, so let's take a look at the stats. Let's take a look at how things are rocking and rolling here for your Toronto Raptors. And folks, I said in the pregame, the folks that were in the pregame, they can vouch for me. I said I was asking the X factor, and I put in Jakobi. I put in his name, Jakob Poeltl, and right now, 2 of 4 from the three-point line, has 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal, playing some fantastic defense out there for this team. And we said it. Once the Cavaliers made the lineup change of putting in Max Strus out there for Dean Wade, they took a major step back on the defensive end. Now, their defensive focus is still going to be on Scottie Barnes. It's still going to be on Brandon Ingram, on RJ Barrett, on these guys. But the only way it's going to work, and as we saw in that most recent possession, it is going to be some extremely heavy help. They understand that Jamal Shead and Jakob Poeltl have struggled knocking down their three-point shots over the course of this playoff series. So their strategy, their approach is going to be to load and lock in on the guy, out there at Scottie Barnes, who over the course of this play, or RJ Barrett, who over the course of this series is averaging, 24 points per game. They're going to try to lock in on a guy in Scottie Barnes who is averaging 26 points per game. They're going to try to go in out there on their scores. And then they're going to leave these shooters the Raptors have out there on this team. So honestly, where are you? I bench 50 pounds. If tonight, maybe a Gradey Dick game, maybe a Jameson Battle game, I don't know, but that's how we are going to be positioned. That's how this game is going to end up rocking and rolling out there in this game. So that's what we're rocking with. But Toronto are the best basketball team on the earth. Godson, I think you might be right. And agreed. Bashar, they cannot let them off the hook. They cannot let this rock roll. We need to get this rocking. But let me know in the chat who you are rooting for here. R and C. If you press R if you're rooting for the Toronto Raptors. Spam C if you are rooting for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Need to know who you guys are rooting for here right now. Hassan, type in Buff Streams or something. He'll be able to get it. But some Real Madrid fans out here. But Hassan got the stream east on Google. There's a lot of places. But if you want play-by-play and you want to do it legally, you can come here. And we are here. Scottie B. Glazer. Garrett Temple game, that's what we'll see. Scottie B. Glazer. I was telling the chat. I know you were locked in on the pregame predictions. I said Jakob Poeltl, X factor in this game. He's cooking. Barcelona's better than Madrid. Let's go. Lots of ours out here in the chat. Lots of Cavs fans. We love to see it. Appreciate everyone's tuning in out here, ready, locked, and loaded for this hot start from your Toronto Raptors. But it's looking good. We're returning from commercial break here right now. Best start. We lose AJ 26er. Love to see it. But, the Raptors, 22-17. RJ has 5. Jakob Poeltl has 6. Scottie Barnes has 6. Jakob has 4. Jakob has been a nice big target for this team. And interested to see if they are able to, get this rocking. But am I related to the Rogers Center? No. I made a big meme for a while that I was Edward Rogers' nephew, but I'm not. I'm not big Uncle Eddie's nephew, but it is what it is. But people in enemy territory, let's go. We're rocking, but you can't unless you pay. It is what it is. Refs starting to play more. Be ready. Yeah, the refs are a little bit tough out there at the start, but this game, playoffs rarely won and lost by referees, even if they do have an impact. But this game is back rocking. 22-17. 5 minutes left out there in the first quarter. Jamal Shead dribbling up the basketball. We are ready to rock. Let's get some Raptors chants going. Chant it. R out there in the chat. Swings it to Colin Murray Boyles. Hand off with Brandon Ingram. They're running action for BI out of the timeout. Double teams early out there on BI. They're running that blitz action on BI, which is kind of crazy, but BI hands it off to Mama Kellish. Really lets it fly from 3. In and out. Cavs going back the other way. Rebound from Max Strus. James Harden has the basketball. And, we're rocking and rolling. Colin Murray Boyles guarding James Harden. Mamu now on James Harden out there in the corner. Double team. The blitz happens. Good drive out there from James Harden. And they're calling a foul on that? That's so bad. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, folks. That's embarrassing. I hate to see it. Folks, also, how deep into this game do I have to be to start rapping Glorilla lyrics? How deep into this game do I have to be to start rapping Glorilla lyrics? Because that seemed to turn around Brandon Ingram's game, in this one. But James Harden at the free throw line, 4:30 left in the quarter. And James Harden makes the first free throw. I would love for, a James Harden stinker so far in this one. But clean, funny. But James Harden at the free throw line, they're giving a commercial out there in the break, so that's interesting. (22-18). I gotta get the scoreboard. I gotta stay locked in. Keep my breath. We're rocking and rolling. But save it, Ben. Well, we are rocking. Here we go with the refs again. It's tough. 4:30 left, 22-18. All right, 22-19. Would love a little run for the Toronto Raptors. Spam R in the chat. Spam R in the chat for run. All right, Scottie Barnes driving out there on Dean Wade. Dean Wade is a good defender, man. I underrated Dean Wade's ability to play defense. Scottie's trying to ISO. Nice post fade from Scottie. Out of bounds. That's good defense. I don't know if we should be posting up Dean Wade. Not going to lie. But defense out. We need some defense. Need some defense out there for this team. James Harden, step back 3 over Colin Murray Boyles. Air ball. But he got box out there. Mobley really. And, 21 to 22. Handoff, Scottie Barnes. Evan Mobley out there right now. Kicks it to Mamu. And good defense out there from James Harden. 3:50 left in the first quarter. Nice pass from Scottie Barnes. Handoff. Out there, Jamal Shed. Good finish out there in the paint. That's what we love to see out there. Small guard finishing the lane. Being confident. 3:40 left in the first quarter. 3:40 left in the first quarter. Dean Wade letting it fly from 3. Good close out Jamal Shed. Knocks it down. That's a tie game. 24-24. I don't like Dean Wade starting to knock down shots. That's not what I want to see. A bench Dean Wade, I don't want him to start knocking down shots. That's not ideal. But Scottie Barnes to the basketball, swings it to BI, being guarded by James Harden. Mamu being guarded by Max Strus. And Mamu swings it to BI. They're just loading people up. And Mamu lets it fly, completely open 3. There we go, Mamu! That's what we like to see. Spam those 3s in the chat. Spam those 3s in the chat. Max Strus dribbling up the basketball. That's what we like to see. Brandon Ingram being guarded by, Max Strus being guarded by Brandon Ingram. Fakes a dribble, pull up 3. Good cut out there from Dean Wade. Shoots a midi fade. That's in front of the rim. Jamal Shed tried to box him out. Are we really going to be doing this all game? Jamal Shed doing the cleanest box I've ever seen in my life. James Harden throws up some flippy-dibby crap out there in the paint and gets called for a foul. I'm sickened. I gotta keep the score updated. But folks, if we win this, folks that have watched me for years know I'm not a referee complainer. But it is clear, it is correct, it is undeniable. The calls have been going a certain way to start off this game. And even the Cavs fans that have watched these streams, I haven't complained about the refs once. I've even said it's leaned in favor of the Raptors at times, especially in Game 1. It's bad right now. It is bad. 27-27, 2:40 left in the first quarter. Scottie Barnes is the basketball being guarded by Dean Wade. They're being aggressive out there on top. Spanish pick and roll. James Harden now the only one on Scottie Barnes. You got to score here. And nice pass out there. Jamal Shed lets it fly from 3. There we go, baby! The 3s are flying. 30 to 27, 2:24 left in the quarter. Sam Merrill has the basketball. They swing it to Dean Wade. Lets it fly from 3, in and out. Mamu out there, swings it to Jamal Shed, going back the other way. Scottie Barnes has the ball. Nice pass out there for Scottie. He's getting some beautiful passes out there in the lane. And BI, you got to catch that. You can't just start dribbling underneath the rim. A bad BI game to start things off. 2:07. Having to start 30-27. Donovan Mitchell pull up 3. Knocks it down. Donovan Mitchell's going to hit those. 30-30. 30-30. 2 minutes left in the quarter. 2 minutes left in the quarter. And Scottie being guarded by Evan Mobley. Put the points on the board. Nice pass out there from Scottie. It's all right. Folks, you got to be ready for those passes, man. Scottie, he's throwing them cross court. This is what we need. To lock in. Is Donovan playing today? Donovan Mitchell is playing today. Jamal Shed for 3. We love it. But holy smokes, it's a fast-paced game. This, folks, both teams were shooting very, very poor percentage out there in the last one. That is not the case in this game. There are shots going down. Very sub to this guy, much better than every other channel. Appreciate you, Unknown Reaper. You're the man. Appreciate you. You're the man. But Jameson Battle's in this game. Interestingly enough. But, they swing to Sam Merrill. Good defense out there for Scottie Barnes. Good deny out there for Jameson Battle. A little bit too close to Donovan Mitchell. Good. That's why Jamal Shed is here. That's why he's here in this game. Pass it to Scottie Barnes, and he just posterizes Donovan Mitchell, baby. Making him look like a youngster. Making him look like a child out there in the paint trying to guard Scottie Barnes. Let's go. Locking on D. Spam the D. We need some defense. We need some stops. Spam the D. 1:04 left in this quarter. Jameson Battle's in here clamping up. Jameson Battle guarding Sam Merrill out there in the paint. There we go. Oh my God. Evan Mobley, you are not Scottie Barnes. You cannot try to dunk on a man the same way Scottie Barnes does. You are not that guy. Evan Mobley tries to do what Scottie does, but he can't do it. Rookie of the year, you can't do it. First All-Star, you can't do it, bro. You can't do it. CMB, bullying that guy out there around the rim. Cavs still the basketball out of bounds of the Toronto Raptors. 52 seconds left in the first, 3 seconds left in the shot clock. Jakob Poeltl guarding James Harden in the corner. He's going to try to draw a foul. Great defense from Jakob Poeltl. Nice step back three from James Harden. Is what it is. Is what it is. He's hitting step back threes. I don't care. 33-32. If we lose off of step back threes, that is fine. That is fine. That is fine. But 47 seconds left out there in the quarter. There's some sort of pause in the action. I don't know why there's a pause in the action, but there's a pause in the action. 47 seconds left in the quarter. Maybe checking the score. I don't know what the heck's happening. But Scottie Barnes has the basketball. He's talking to coach. They're running the ball. Okay, 33-32 for the Cavs. 40 seconds left in the first. We're rocking. Dean Wade getting the matchup on Scottie Barnes. They're spaced out. Little pick out there with Jakob Poeltl. And he lets it fly from three. Scottie feeling confident from the three-point line. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Scottie Barnes misses it. James Harden going back the other way. He'll probably shoot a quick three or a quick shot. That's just it. James Harden shoulders CMB to the ground and then is just able to pass it. Hate to see it. But 35-32. 22 seconds left out there in the quarter. 22 seconds left out there in the quarter. All right. 16 seconds left. Scottie Barnes being guarded by Dean Wade. Let's see if we get a bucket. Let's see if we get a bucket. See if we get a bucket. Motivational music. James Harden guarding Scottie Barnes. Passes it right in the paint to Colin Murray. Boyles makes it around the lane. That's why he is CMB, baby. CMB. 34-35. 2 seconds left. Donovan Mitchell. Deep three. And knocks it down. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Folks. So it's the end of the first. End of the first. I'll give my... Well, we're going to break down the stats. I have some takes. I have some takes in this game. James Harden and Donovan Mitchell are hitting. They have hit at least 5 tightly contested deep dribble pull-up threes in the first quarter. Donovan Mitchell and James Harden have hit 5 to 6 deeply contested pull-up threes out there at the start of this quarter. I'm chilling. I'm not stressing whatsoever. Toronto Raptors are down here now at this point. Toronto Raptors are down here to start things off. At the start. Let's take a look at the stats. Let's take a look at the stats. Let's get a little run through of everything that's going on. A little bit outdated. Let's give these a little update. Give these a little update so you folks get all the updated stats. 38-34 to start things off. Scottie Barnes looking confident, looking dominant, looking like the guy that we have been hyping up, that we have been talking about, that we have been amped up to see out there at the start of these playoffs. He's been fantastic. Jakob Poeltl knocked down 2 threes to start off the quarter. I'm getting you all the stats. I'm doing a little coding here on the side. RJ Barrett, 5 points. It feels like he hasn't played a lot in this quarter. So we'll see if RJ Barrett has a little bit of a bigger stretch at the end of this one. But Jakob Poeltl's been solid. Mamu's knocked down a 3. Jamal Shed has been fantastic. Getting steals, playing fantastic defense, has knocked down a 3. Let me know in the chat right now, who has been your MVP for the Toronto Raptors and who has been your MVP for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I want to see who people are saying are the MVPs out there in this game. I'm getting the Cavs stats up, so I'm a little bit distracted. I'm yapping as we get this rolling. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, in terms of statistics, in terms of numbers that are on the board, in terms of what we're looking at, James Harden has 14 points in the first quarter. Like, is he really going to keep this up? Is James Harden really going to keep up this type of game? I don't really know. Donovan Mitchell has hit 2 shots, and they've both been ridiculous threes out there on this team. James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, they've been playing, fantastic out there for the squad. But a guy that I want to see get a few more touches, a little more offense run through him, out there is Mr. Jamal Shed. 6 points. This is his season stats. These aren't his game stats. Jamal Shed out there, 5 points, 1 rebound, 2-2 from the field, 1-1 from the 3-point line. He's played 6 minutes out there at the start of this one. He's looked really good on both ends of the floor. And yeah, Anthony Brown putting Gradey. I mean, Jamison Battle got the start over him. So maybe in the second half, but easily Barnes if you watch basketball. Without a doubt, Scottie Barnes has been dominant. Defensively has just been a menace. Some ridiculous blocks out there from Scottie, from ridiculous dunks. 8 points, 5 assists out there, 1 rebound. And honestly, he should have 7 assists. He had 1 pass to Colin Murray Boyles. He has 2 turnovers right here that weren't his fault. He had 1 pass to Jakob Poeltl, and then passed it out there in the paint, and then, it ended up fumbling. And then, passed it to Colin Murray Boyles, who wasn't ready or went out of bounds. That is what it is. Harden, Scottie get the MVP. That's true. Unknown Reaper, 100%. But Brandon Ingram, 1 point. Yeah, BI. Folks, this for context, because I'm going to have to start doing this here right now. Some people made up. We have 628 people in here. During the last stream, when I started rapping Glorilla lyrics, it completely, when Brandon Ingram went on that 12-0 run or on his own, it was minutes after I started rapping Glorilla lyrics. So if you hear me say something like, I know that I'm rich, but I can't help it, I'm a cheapskate, or something like, I could have been president the way I lead these boys on, or he got 99 problems and the biggest one is me. If you hear me say some crazy stuff like that over the course of this stream, it's to unlock Brandon Ingram's game. It's to make this man start getting some buckets to get some stuff rocking. But we are back. There was a quick intermission. We are ready to rock. And Raptors, James Bell, offensive rebound, swings it to Scottie Barnes, and he is being left open. Thomas Bryant is on the court for the Cavs, and he can't guard Scottie. Mid-range jump shot for Scottie. As soon as I saw Thomas Bryant on Scottie Barnes, I went to put up the score because that's just tough. But 36-38, Dennis Schroeder's in this one, being guarded by RJ Barrett here right now on the wing. And, Thomas Bryant just shoves Jamal Shed off him. They pass the corner, and Jalen Tyson out there in the corner being guarded by Jamison Battle. He's trying to drive in there. Dennis Schroeder lets it fly from three. And, buddy, if Dennis Schroeder's hitting threes right now, that is tough. But Scottie Barnes driving the lane. Evan Mobley there. The paint, they stop him. RJ Barrett getting some downhill. Passes it right to Scottie Barnes. Jakob in the lane. Nice reverse layup for Big Yak. Folks, Yak is back. Yak is back. Spam the Yak, baby. Spam the Yak. And the Cavs are just hitting the most ridiculous threes I've ever seen. That's fine. Honestly, that's fine. If this is how we lose, just a pouring down of threes, that's fine. I'm not too worried. I'm not actually that worried. But 10:57 left in the quarter. I jumped it a little bit early. 38-44 for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think the Raptors, the way we're playing, is a lot more sustainable than the way the Cavs are playing. That's my take. But Scottie Barnes fakes the mid-range, swings to RJ Barrett. Scottie has the basketball. Being guarded by Thomas Bryant again. I'm going to put the points on the board already. Thomas Bryant guarding Scottie Barnes. If Thomas Bryant is guarding Scottie Barnes, I just need to put the points out there already. But, folks, we need defense. Dennis Schroeder has the basketball. He's dribbling out there in the lane. RJ Barrett guarding Dennis Schroeder. And, we're rocking RJ Barrett guarding Dennis Schroeder here right now. Let him shoot a step-back three. Tyson lets it fly from three, front of the rim. James Bell with the rebound. James Bell's locking out there on the defensive end. We have pigs and blankets out there in the house, so we're rocking. RJ Barrett driving the lane, being guarded by Evan Mobley. And RJ Barrett is making Evan Mobley look like a little baby boy. A little baby boy is Evan Mobley out there on the court when RJ Barrett drives, which you love to see. And that's an offensive foul on Thomas Bryant. Man, I get your Kenny Atkinson. You're looking at the Toronto Raptors, having to make adjustments and stuff, but Thomas Bryant is a desperation play. Thomas Bryant is a desperation move out there for your Cleveland Cavaliers. That is crazy to see. That is crazy to witness. But offensive foul there on Thomas Bryant. Raptors going back the other way. Scottie Barnes is the basketball, being guarded by Evan Mobley. Little Spanish pick and roll. They're hedging out of there with Donovan Mitchell. And Scottie Barnes they're swinging the ball. Jamal Shed has the basketball, being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. Pick and roll action. Scottie Barnes. He's in the lane. Nice fake. Floater to Yak. And Yak is honestly right now automatic around the rim. Dare I say the Yak is back, baby. The Cavs are yakking all over themselves. And Donovan Mitchell is resorting to taking dribble, pull-up, fadeaway threes. It's their only offense. And somehow they're making it. But Scottie Barnes passes to Jakob once again, who makes another layup, baby. The Yak is back. The Cavs are yakking all over themselves. The Cavs, man, I'm yakking out here on stream, baby. If you are yakking on stream, spam J out there in the chat. If you are yakking right now, spam J out there in the chat, baby. Jakob has been dominant. He has been next level out there for this team. Let's go. 46-44 for the Toronto Raptors. Let's go. Let's take a look at what's going on. Also, folks, if you're enjoying the commentary, if you're enjoying everything that's going on, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We have a goal. We have a mission of hitting 41,300 subscribers. We are currently at 41,267. I think we can get there. You guys have been crushing the sub buttons over this, but I appreciate it. I'm yakking all over myself out there on this stream, folks, for one reason, and one reason only. Jakob so far in this game has 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 of 5. And on top of it, folks, Jakob he has been just really, really effective around the basket. Like, Jakob is doing everything that we could ask for. He's moving better. He's looking good. He's a big target out there for Scottie Barnes out there in the paint. This is just fantastic stuff. This is fantastic stuff out there for this team. It's what we need. I'm gonna update the time. Make sure we get that rocking all over. But man, we are lots of J's out there in the chat, baby, for Big Jakob because that is exactly what we want to see, and it cannot be denied. Scottie Barnes and RJ Barrett, both of these guys are making some beautiful passes. One thing, like anyone, you're taught this in basketball, right? If your defender's head is turned, they're not looking at you, you got to cut. You got to dive the basket. You got to get to the rim. But it's also on the guards to be able to throw those passes, to make those passes, to feed those guys when they're open underneath the rim. Scottie Barnes has 7 assists, and we are 2 minutes into the second quarter. Scottie Barnes has 7 assists, and we are 2 minutes in to the second quarter. How many assists does RJ have? Feels like he should have a couple. Yeah, RJ Barrett has 3 assists already as well. RJ Barrett and Scottie Barnes are proving their ability to play make, to convert, to make some drives, to score, to do everything that you ask for. And it's what we need. And candidly, Brandon Ingram's been a little bit too loose with his dribble. He's having these opportunities to drive. Now, he's not forcing it too much. He's not forcing it too much, which is a positive. But if he's getting those drives, he needs to have the skill to be able to take advantage and make those passes out there around the rim. He needs to be able to capitalize on this aggressive help defense that the Cleveland Cavaliers are playing. Need to lock in and get that stuff going out there for this team. Great adjustments. Great stuff out there for this team. Great for the squad. So, we are rocking here right now. But we have a lot of folks. And folks, I want to do this test. I'm doing this test for a lot. It's like science. Whenever the Raptors go on a run, I feel a lot of Cavs fans leaving the chats. When the Cavs go on a run, everyone's here, everyone's loud, everyone says, spam R if you are rooting for the Toronto Raptors, spam C if you are rooting for the Cleveland Cavaliers. We have 668 people out here in the chat. We gotta get some stuff going. But we gotta get this rock. I want to see who people are rooting for, who people are amped up for out there in the chat. But we are getting back. Timeouts over out here. They've been jumping out of this, but lots of R's, lots of C's. Brian's still hitter. Brian, you're a real one for rooting for your team, man. I appreciate you. I'm talking smoke on the Cavs a lot out here in this chat, but you're here. You're here. I appreciate it. But lots of R's. Let's go. The beard, baby. Hey, no, we're here. I've seen so far the refs are out again. The Raptors are still up. You got to be better. So good. They cannot deny your conference semifinals appearance. So good. You can't deny it. All right, Cavs going back the other way. Donovan Mitchell has the basketball, being guarded by Scottie Barnes. Out there on top, pick and roll out there with Evan Mobley. Jakob, good help. Jakob is moving faster than I've seen him move in a year. And Thomas Bryant, pump fake out there in the corner. Jalen Tyson out there above the break, 3, and knocks it down. The Cavs are knocking down shots. I'll give them credit. They are knocking down shots at an absolutely elite rate. But that was an easier one, but they were knocking down tough ones as well. But 47-46, Scottie Barnes the basketball, kicks it to Jamison Battle, and fakes a 3. Jamison Battle, you just got to shoot that, man. You got to shoot that. The way you shoot against this team, you just got to shoot it. But Donovan Mitchell, single coverage out there on Scottie Barnes. He's driving the lane. Nice pass out there to the corner. RJ Barrett blows by Jalen Tyson. Kicks to the corner. And what's the call? I don't know what the heck the call was on that, but the Cavs are going back the other way. Okay. Raptors playing defense. Jamison Battle here right now. 8:41 left in the quarter. 8:41 left in this one. Donovan Mitchell getting the inbounds. Scottie Barnes is subbing out of this game here right now. And 1 point lead out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm not too stressed. I'm not too worried. And folks, you guys are crushing with the subscribers right now. Our goal is 41,300. Can we get there by halftime? That might be an insane thing. But Dennis Schroeder letting it fly from 3. Living with that. Front of the rim out there for Dennis Schroeder. And B.I. going back the other way. This is B.I. time, baby. This is B.I. time. He has the basketball being guarded by Mobley. He's sagging a little bit. And he fakes a midi. Kicks to the corner. Jamal Shed. 4-3, let's go, baby! Let's go. Jamal Shed is knocking down threes like a menace out there when he's in Cleveland, but 49-47. Dennis Schroeder faking a dribble pull-up 3. Brandon Ingram guarding Evan Mobley in the paint. Kicks it out to Dennis Schroeder, lets it fly from 3. Man, if Dennis Schroeder is killing us from 3, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. But shout out Jamal Shed. I love that, man. All right, Shed has the basketball. Off-ball pick. Brandon Ingram has the basketball. Drives it in out there on Evan Mobley. They're running a handoff out there for Jamison Battle. Passes over to B.I. Fakes the 3. Drives in on Evan Mobley. And he is not looking too confident, but, it's still a good defense out there from Evan Mobley. And he just picks it from B.I. like he is a little baby boy. That's something we like. Jamison Battle gets a foul out there on Evan Mobley. B.I., we have to lock in. 7:31 left in the quarter. We are in not great shape. But you know what this means? I am single again. Living single. I'm happy. I ain't trying to be a couple. Leave me alone. Don't text my phone. Unbothered and single. These are some weird Glorilla lyrics considering she dates Brandon Ingram. Money long. Check looking good. Check mama straight. Check right now I'm feeling blessed. Evan Mobley makes it. And Brandon Ingram is going to the locker room. We have our watch party saying it's not good. I think it might be a good thing. It's Paul Pierce moment happening here right now. 51-49, 7:30 left in the second. But hopefully Brandon Ingram is good. Jokes aside, he goes to the locker room. He didn't like my Glorilla rapping. That is what it is. But Evan Mobley knocks down both free throws. 52-49, 7 minutes left in the second. And man, this game is completely different from what we had the other day. Completely different from all the missed shots, from everything that was happening. But 49-52. Let's keep the offense rolling, Toronto. Let's keep the offense rolling. Jamal Shed swings it to Jameson Bowell, driving it in, kicks it out to Shed, swings it to RJ Barrett, lets it fly from 3. Back of the rim. Good board by Scottie Barnes. Out there, kicks it to Jameson Bowell. That's a foul! Okay, they don't call a foul out there on that. Thomas Bryant mugged Jameson Bowell in the paint. They're throwing the pass out there to Evan Mobley. Jamal Shed. There we go. I'm not going to lie. Jamal Shed has had 3 instances out there in the post guarding Evan Mobley in the paint. Evan Mobley has not scored once. He has not scored once out there in the paint. These are flashbacks to what Kyle Lowry used to do to these big men out there in the post defense. But, man, that's a mugging from Thomas Bryant. They somehow don't call it. But that is what it is. Okay. 49-52, 7:05 left in the second. Left in the half. We are rocking. Folks, the Raptors just have to do it. Just have to do it against they have to do it against the refs. They have to do it against everyone. But they're calling something. They're calling timeout out there on the Toronto Raptors. So that was going to be a technical, and that is what it is. But people are saying shed the next Lowry. I don't know. But folks, we are 24 subscribers away from our subs goal of 41,300. Can we get there by halftime? I don't know. We might be able to. You guys have been crushing it. But taking a look at the stats here right now. So we have some developments. We have some developments in terms of what is going on in this game. Brandon Ingram has gone to the locker room. At one point in this one, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 0 of 2 from the field. Hasn't been doing too much. Defensively, doesn't bring a whole lot. The Raptors need to lock in on the defensive end. There's a lot of... it's a challenge? Bashar, it's a challenge. I can't really hear the TV. So, the words, I'm going out there on that. But the ranks are thin, bro. That's crazy. But right now, in terms of stats, BI hasn't been doing much. It's all been the Scottie Barnes show. 12 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists. Fantastic stuff for this team. RJ Barrett has been fantastic for this team as well. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 of 5 shooting from the field. He has been next level. Not too much. Not a big game so far for Colin Murray Boyles. Honestly, you haven't had to because candidly, Jakob Poeltl, he's been the adjustment. He's been the X factor out there so far in this game. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 of 5 shooting. He's catching the basketball. He's only had 1 missed catch out there from Scottie from those Scottie from those Magic Johnson-esque cross the lane passes out there for Scottie. And we're rolling. And Cujo saying Ben got bars. We're rocking. Shed's playing his heart out. That's my guy. Folks, I am biased. I've said it all season. I said it all last season. Jamal Shed, from the first week he was here, man, this dude is an absolute menace. This guy is absolute next level defensively on the squad. So, respect out there to Jamal Shed. That's the Shed heads, all of our channel members. And if you're a channel member, you get all these cool emojis. You get all these random stuff you can play with. I got some old ones here too. But Jamal Shed is that man. But it's been good. Agree, bench Ingram. Maybe he'll wake up. We'll see. I was rapping the it goes one of 2 ways with Brandon Ingram. When I start rapping Glorilla. When I start rapping Glorilla lyrics, he either starts cooking or he just leaves for the locker room. He's like, I can't listen to any more of this stuff. Bro, where did the Shedhead joke come from? I mean, I've been saying it. I try to come up with puns. For these teams. Like Brandon Kingram, and that didn't work. The Kingram animation doesn't really work anymore, I don't think. I had the Chucky Hepburn. Does this one work? I don't have a lot of these animations working in the live stream stuff. They work in my videos. But BI, please handle the ball better. Need to lock in. We do need to lock in. But 800 people out in the chat. Appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Let's see if we get to 41,300 subs. That's been the sub goal. Out here in this one. We are 22 subscribers away. 800 people out here in this one, and we are very, very close. So, means the world to me. Small Raptor show, but we are ready to, go on a little run, grow this community over the course of this playoff run. Regular season tomorrow, it's crazy. But, okay. We're coming back from timeout. We're coming back ready to go. We're not sure. We'll keep the watch party. Will keep me noted. On if we have any updates out there on BI. But not sure if the challenge is going to be applied. Darko Rajaković doesn't look too happy, but they're calling a foul out there on someone. They called out of bounds on Yak. That's definitely a out of bounds on Yak. Should have been an offensive foul on Evan Mobley. Like that should be an offensive foul out there on Evan Mobley. I don't know how the heck you don't call that on Evan Mobley, but they called out of bounds on Yak. It was definitely out of bounds on Yak or Poeltl. That's a silly challenge, Dark. I don't know why the heck we did that. Unless we get the offensive foul to overturn. Yeah, they weren't going to overturn that. It is what it is. We're coming back in the mix. Dan Hunt, good to see you. Channel members, Cavs a go, bro. No way. All right, Cavs inbound the ball to Jarrett Allen. Jalen Tyson out there on the wing. They swing it to Sam Merrill. Jacoby Walter playing good defense out there on Sam Merrill. Lets it fly from 3 and in front of the rim. Raptors going back the other way. Out there in transition, RJ Barrett. Jalen Tyson only one back. Scottie Barnes fakes the corner 3. Driving in. Dean Wade out there. Can't guard him that low. Scottie Barnes gets another bucket. And 51-52. Folks, the fact that we have kept it close with how hot the Cavaliers have been shooting, this is a very good sign for this team. But Jalen Tyson out there in the paint trying to score on RJ Barrett. Not working. Scottie Barnes playing fantastic defense on James Harden. They're trying to open up Sam Merrill a bit. Great switch out there by RJ Barrett. Driving in, pass it to Jalen Tyson. Close shot around the rim and bounces in. 54-51. 54-51. 6:16 left in the quarter. 6:16 left in the half. But Dean Wade guarding Scottie Barnes. He's driving in, kicks it out to RJ. Tough catch, but he catches it out the three-point line. Tyson guarding RJ Barrett. He gets to his right hand. RJ Barrett with his right hand draws the foul, goes straight to the rim. And that is what we like to see, folks. That's what we like to see. I don't love that we waste our challenge, but spam M you want him to make. Spam M you want him to make. I want those mms in the chat. I want our chat looking like the whole time. I want the whole chat looking like RJ Barrett shoots a free throw, and man, he's hit the same spot on the rim the entire game from the free throw line. He is in love with the front of that rim. He shot 71% from the free throw line over the course of the series, but that is tough. But tell me Scottie's not Magic Johnson today's NBA. Bashar, you are 100% correct. You are 100% correct, baby. 100% correct. But RJ Barrett lets it fly from the free throw line. There we go. RJ got out of the rhythm of missing that free throw. But 52-54, 6:03 left in the half. We are going back the other way. Defense, RJ Barrett guarding Jalen Tyson out there around the ring. And that's another offensive foul. The Cavs are setting these crazy screens like mad. Finally, they're calling them. 5:57 left in the quarter. I don't know how the heck they're complaining about that. James Harden is clearly moving. But Scottie Barnes is the basketball. Swings it to Colin Murray-Boyles above the break 3. Swings it back to Scottie Barnes being guarded by James Harden. Run a fade pick there. Run a pick and roll. And Scottie being guarded by Jarrett Allen right now. He's hitting a midi. Oh, no, he's not. Kicks it to Mamu Kelishvili. Fakes the 3. Little pull-up from Mamu. And then that's a foul, baby. That's what we like to see. Now, the refs were certainly leaning the way of the Cleveland Cavaliers to start things off. I think they may have called and said this is getting too egregious and whatever. And that was a tough foul. And Scottie Barnes is hobbling. Oh my God. Scottie Barnes is hobbling right now. Scottie Barnes is hobbling right now. That's not what we like to see. He's still in the game. But he might sub himself out. And Mom is at the free throw line. They're keeping him in. Okay. Scottie does this sometimes. He limps around a little bit, and then it is what it is. But throw P. Throw something for prayers for Scottie. As hopefully Scottie Barnes is not injured. This would be bad. If Scottie's injured. Especially BI injured too. 5:53 left in the quarter. Or 5:30 left in the quarter. Mamu makes both free throws. 54-54. We are back tied up. Need some defense, folks. Spam the D in the chat. Need to stop. And they make a 3, but it looks like it's waved off. Scottie's in the game, so I think we're fine. On the Scottie note. 54-54, 5:30 left in the quarter. Lots of stoppages of play. I hope it's a Charlie horse. Please don't tell me Barnes injured. That would not be good. Jared Allen being guarded by Colin Murray-Boyles. Man, we are playing aggressive deny defense. Scottie's guarding Sam Merrill. James Harden is deep right now. Jakob Poeltl is guarding him from very far out. And they pass it to Jalen Tyson out there in the paint. And they do a nice back cut, but Dean Wade there. That's a good cut by Dean Wade. If we lose to Jalen Tyson and Dean Wade, I mean, it is what it is. But we should be fine. Scottie Barnes going back the other way. He's going up the court fine. He's good. Pick and roll out there with Mamu. Spanish pick and roll with CMB. And Jakob Poeltl is looking confident, man. That shot didn't go down, but he's looking confident. RJ Barrett has the basketball. Lets it fly off the offensive rebound. And RJ Barrett, baby. Don't trade that man. For the love of God. 4:40 left in the half. They swing it to Sam Merrill. Sam Merrill driving in on RJ Barrett. And RJ Barrett fouls. It's fine. Okay. It's fine. We're rocking and rolling here now. Also, 18 subs away from getting our goal, 41,000. We got 800 people out here in the chat. Appreciate every single one of you. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. You guys are rocking and rolling. Woo! Okay. I don't think he's shooting. We're not in bonus. So the Cavs are going to be inbound in the basketball. 57-56 for the Toronto Raptors. RJ Barrett is subbing out of this game. He's been playing fantastic. Shout out to RJ Barrett. Shout out to Mr. RJ Barrett. On the court for the Toronto Raptors right now, Jamal Shead, Jakob Poeltl, Colin Murray-Boyles, Scottie Barnes, and Sandro Mamukelashvili. But good defense out there right now. Colin Murray-Boyles is in the airspace of Jared Allen. Jared Allen, you cannot try to cross over the basketball. Colin Murray-Boyles in your vicinity. That's silly. Raptors come back the other way. Jamal Shead swings it to Jakob Poeltl. Corner, three. Let's go, baby! Let's go! That's a three. Spam three in the chat. Spam three in the chat, baby. 60-56. 60-56. Cavs going back the other way. That's a steal from Jakob Poeltl. Going in transition. Being guarded by Max Strus, and that is a slam. His groin is in the face of Max Strus. Jakob Poeltl sticking his groin in the face of all of these Cleveland Cavaliers, baby. The Cavs need a timeout. They need a timeout. Let's go. Let's go. Jakob Poeltl is that man. I said it from the jump. Where is Scottie B. Glazer? Where was he? I said it at the start. I said at the start of this stream. Jakob Poeltl is the X factor in the series. He did not make a shot for 2 straight games. Jakob Poeltl did not make a shot for 2 straight games. And now this man is cooking. He is rolling. He is absolutely in the face of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's bring up Jakob Poeltl stats because he is that guy. He is that man. Not just on the defensive end of this game. 11 points in 11 minutes. 11 points in 11 minutes. 2 rebounds, 1 assist. 4-7 shooting from the field. 3 of 6 from the three-point line. Let's go. This is what we need. We need the good omens out here. We need the good omens. We need the hype music. We need to get pumped. I said it from the jump. Jakob Poeltl is that man. Coy Rounds, bro, this made me subscribe. I appreciate you, Coy Rounds. We are so close to 41,300 subscribers. Can we get there before this half ends? I think we can. I said it. The Cavs in the first quarter were making all these step-back contested threes. That is not sustainable offense. The Raptors defense has been too good. It's been too good. And we are rolling. Here. All right. Cavs coming back. We're back in action. Max Strus dribbling up the basketball. Being guarded by the clamp god, Jakob Poeltl. Moving his feet like something crazy. Max Strus is dribbling over, doing dribble drills. But James Harden has the basketball, being guarded by Scottie Barnes. Scottie Barnes is right in his grill. Not letting these passes happen. And James Harden's making some good passes. That's a good pass. If he's making those passes, it's tough to defend. 3:40 left in this quarter. 3:40 left in the quarter. Scottie Barnes has the basketball. Pick and roll-ish with Colin Murray-Boyles. Hands it back off to Scottie Barnes. Scottie swings it over to CMB out there in the paint. And that's good defense out there by Sam Merrill. That's fine. Lock in here. Spam D in the chat, folks. Spam D. Need the defense. James Harden swings over to Max Strus. James Harden fakes a 3. Step back 3. Good defense by Colin Murray-Boyles. And James Harden's playing the game of his life right now. This is the best game I've seen James Harden play in a long time. 61-62. 3:13 left in the quarter. 3:13 left in the quarter. You're getting the Cavs' best punch, and you are winning with 3 minutes left out there in the second. You got to keep up the intensity. And Scottie Barnes getting doubled. Lets a little post fade fly. That's a tough shot. Get back to what's working. Get back to what's working. 1 point lead. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left out there in this quarter. 2:50. All right. Nice. There we go. James Harden dribbles that out of bounds. James Harden throws that ball out of bounds. You know what that means? The confidence is going to go. Playoff James Harden is coming back. He's coming back. I feel it. Folks, do you feel it? Do you feel that in the air? Do you feel it? Playoff James Harden's coming back, baby. Woo! Sam Merrill subbing out. Okay. 62-61, 2:50 left in the second quarter. We are rocking. We are rolling. Let's go. 9 subs away. 8 subs away. Out there from 41,300. I think we can get there. I think we can get there. All right. 2:50. Jamal Shead is a basketball. Being guarded by James Harden. Running a little pick action out there with Jakob Poeltl. James Harden's flopping like a little fish. And then they swing to Jakob Poeltl. Open above the break 3. And Jakob Poeltl, when will you learn, Cleveland? You cannot let Jakob Poeltl be open from the 3-point line. Spam 3 out there for Jakob Poeltl. And James Harden drives the lane, and he makes a floater. We need to get something. We need to make something happen out there on James Harden. We cannot let this, let him beat us like this. 2:10 left in the first half. And get that ball, Mamu. Get that ball. Mamu's driving in. Nice pass fake from Mamu. Nice left-hand layup from Mamu Kelishvili. And 68-63. 67-63, my bad. 67-63 for the Toronto Raptors. CMB is guarding James Harden right now. CMB moves his feet really well. James Harden dribbles off his foot. Jamal Shead going back the other way. Swings it to RJ Barrett with the left-hand layup, baby! Folks, I'm feeling it in my fingers. I'm feeling it in my body. The Raptors are rolling right now. Donovan Mitchell trying to swing it to Jared Allen in the paint. Can't do it. Deanway has the ball above the break. Hands it back to Donovan Mitchell. Good defense by CMB. Donovan Mitchell shoots a step back midi. Good D by Colin Bowles. Good board by Sandro. And we are going back. Jamal Shead has the basketball in semi-transition. 1:30 left in this quarter. 1:20. Who hit that? Who hit that? Who hit that? Jakob Poeltl. I should have known. I don't know why I'm asking. I'm updating the score. Jakob Poeltl lets it fly again. I said it from the jump. Jakob Poeltl was the X factor, baby. He was the X factor. 72-63, a minute left out there in this quarter, baby. Max Strus drives the lane. You aren't scoring on CMB at the rim. And they bail him out with a whack foul call. But you are not scoring on CMB at the rim. If you have a man bun, have a man bun on top of your head, it is futile to drive in on Colin Bowles. But folks, and we hit 41,300 subscribers. You guys are crushing it out here in this stream. I appreciate every single one of you hitting these milestones out here on these streams, man. We are crushing it out here as a community. But 58 seconds left in the quarter. Max shoots at the free throw line and shoots a free throw, makes it. 64-72. 64-72. But holy smokes, this is crazy. I was going to say Walter didn't want to copy, man. Patrick, it's all good, man. Oh, man. I've been cooking with these predictions. I predicted Jamison Battle. I predicted BI, which was kind of half prediction. I predicted Jakob Poeltl. What? We are on a roll here. They're subbing out Jared Allen. 58 seconds left out there in the second quarter. 72-64. Max Strus shoots the free throw. Makes a second. Got to stay locked in. Folks, I want some spams R's. We need some R's in the chat for the Raptors chant. Jamal Shead has the basketball. Being guarded by James Harden. They're sagging off him. Jamal Shead right to the rim. James Harden, you cannot guard Jamal Shead. Jamal Shead, holy smokes. 74-65. 50 seconds left out there in the quarter. 74. Let's go. There, Dean Wade left open out there at the three-point line. Front rim. You got lucky there. Get the board. CMB gets that board. Raptors going back the other way. Let's go. CMB is an animal defensively. And RJ Barrett driving in. Let's go. It looked like there was a foul, but going back the other way. All right. Cavs have the basketball. Bad play by me. Donovan Mitchell has the basketball out there at the three-point line. 20 seconds left out there in the quarter. 20 seconds left. And he's driving on Jakob Poeltl. And that's not a foul! He fell on his own 2 feet! What are we doing? This is sickening. Right now. Challenge it. Donovan Mitchell trips up on his own 2 feet And then they call a foul on Jakob Poeltl. They say, Jakob Poeltl's cooking too much. The only chance we got is to get him fouled out, to do something like this, to do something crazy. We are winning this game with the most atrocious calls out there for the referees. This is bad. 17 seconds left in the quarter. Donovan Mitchell at the free throw line. He makes the first. 66-74. This is why you don't waste your challenge. This is why you don't waste your challenge on this. This is why you don't waste your challenge. Well, Nick, do we have any BI updates? People are saying he's out. He's out for the game. BI, from source from Jay's Digest. Jay's Digest has reported. Jay's Digest has reported that Will Sinnott. We have a Will Sinnott bomb that Brandon Ingram is out for the rest of the game. Not sure if it's true, but I'm trusted Jay's Digest. I trust Jay's Digest. Will Sinnott, insider Will Sinnott has reported that. But that's what we like to see. And Donovan Mitchell makes the second free throw. All right. 67-74. All right, we are rocking and rolling. 17 seconds left. Let's get the motivational music. Big moment out here. Jamal Shead, 15 seconds left. He has the basketball being guarded by Donovan Mitchell out here right now. Pick with Mamu Kelly. Nice pass out there from Jamal Shead. Mamu drives to Evan Mobley. It is what it is. Left 5 seconds on the clock. Probably would have waited a little bit more time. They pass it to Dean Wade above the break three, and he misses. Okay. Folks, the Toronto Raptors right now, going into the second half. Let me get the time rocking. The Toronto Raptors going into the second half right now are up 74-67. They're up 74-67. We don't have the updates on BI here right now. We will get that information. Nick, can you send me that? Text me that on Telegram or something. But BI is going to be out for the rest of the game. To be fair, when he subbed out, the Raptors started cooking out there on a run. There are a few major storylines out there in this game. It looks like I'm trusting Weenie Hutt Jr. He's saying BI got an inflamed heel. Right heel inflammation. Confirmed by Jay's Digest. So we got that rocking. Added to my board. But, all right. We have this. We have some news. Jakob Poeltl is the big story out here in the first half. And, folks, I said it at the start. I didn't expect this. But I said at the beginning of this game, Jakob Poeltl is the man. He is the player. That is the X factor. Because the Cavs made an adjustment. It's helped their offense a ton. Kenny Atkinson has made a big adjustment out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers, which has improved their offense. As news is, Max Strus started this game, and they ran these lineups, and that does have and subbed out Dean Wade. Dean Wade has been a fantastic defender out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers team. So Dean Wade being subbed out of their lineup and Max Strus getting subbed in has unlocked the lanes because has forced the Cavs to play overly aggressive help defense. So it's allowed Scottie Barnes, RJ Barrett to kick it out for open threes to Jakob Poeltl. They need to make them. And Jakob Poeltl now has 17 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 6 of 9 shooting out there from the field, and 3 steals already. We know what Jakob Poeltl does out there on the defensive end, game in, game out. This man is a demon. This man is a menace out there defensively. But he didn't make a shot. I'm pretty sure off memory, if memory serves me right, he did not make a shot over the previous 2 games. And he is more than made up for it out there in Cleveland. He is more than made up for it here in Cleveland. So, that is good. That is huge for this team. And another storyline that might get overlooked based off of the performance out there for Jakob Poeltl. Folks, the Shedheads. I've seen a few channel members. I've seen a few. Todd McLean, Dan Hunt. Spam those Shedhead emojis. Spam Jay out there in the chat for Jamal Shed. Spam Jamal Shed out there in the chat. Because he has 10 points, 5 assists right now, 4 or 5 shooting from the field. You know, I said in game 1, he looks like Steph Curry out there in these games at times, or at least in game 1. Obviously, it's a little bit of a stretch based off how poorly he's shot the ball over recent games, but defensively has brought the energy, brought the intensity out there as well. 2 steals. Obviously, I hope Scottie's good. Is there more info on Nick? Is there more info on a Scottie injury? Okay, the chat's talking about Scottie injury. I'm hoping Scottie Barnes is healthy. Yeah. his knee is tough because if we don't, BI has been struggling. So you lose BI, it's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world right now. But Scottie Barnes in the first half has 14 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists. 14 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists. That's been phenomenal stuff out there in the first half. And the assists he makes, because sometimes you have news, sometimes you have assists, you have assists that are like, oh, he swings it over and then someone gets hot or something, right? You know, there's like assists that are kind of Mickey Mouse assists, and then you have assists that are like, oh, this guy completely made that bucket happen. It feels like every one of Scottie Barnes' assists are assists like, oh, he made that happen. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Is Dean Wade out for the rest of the game? Let me know. But Scottie Barnes has been fantastic. And one of the other big moments, you know, as Raptors fans, we were yakking all over ourselves, folks. The Cavs were yakking all over ourselves because the yak is back. I want everyone in the chat right now. Spam J out there for Mr. Jakob. If you were yakking all over yourself out there in the first half, spam J, because Jakob 10 points, 3 rebounds, 10 minutes, has not missed a shot, and has been catching the basketball, man. He's only had 1 bad missed catch, which has been an issue out him for over the course of this playoff series. This is some amazing stuff we're getting out here for Jakob. But regardless of the 10 points, that he's being a big target, he's made some nice catches out there in the lane from passes from Scottie Barnes. The most impressive thing I've seen from Jakob is his mobility. He has been extremely mobile out there around the lane, out there around the paint. If the Cavs are running pick and rolls, if they're running these different actions on him, Jakob has been fantastic at being able to stay in front of the defense and just not get completely blown by. In games 1 and 2, especially this playoff series, the Cavs will run a pick and roll, and Jakob will be getting absolutely fried out there in those pick and roll defenses. He'd be trying to run drop coverage and stuff. It just wasn't working. So Jakob has been fantastic. Show some love out there to Big Yak, because he's been getting some hate. And, no one deserves hate, but getting some disappointment out there in the thing. But topically, B.I. hitting the medicinal out there in the locker room. That's tough. But the Glorilla lyrics, I won't be able to rap any Glorilla lyrics in terms of Glorilla. I stand out, boo, I'm special. Before they ever catch me slipping, I'ma slide and spin again. That's Glorilla. That's my last Glorilla lyric for this game, because B.I., he is going to be out for the rest of this one, it seems like. He's dealing with a left ankle injury. So, that's how we're looking out there for the Toronto Raptors. Some more stats just to basically take a look at so you get the context, everything that's going on. Scottie, 14 points. RJ Barrett, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He has been fantastic. He's a plus 14 out there in this game. Yak plus 10 out there in this one. Sandro has 7 points as well. Sandro Mamakels he's been rebounding well. He's been doing well. So that's some good news. That's some who was it? Who in the pregame said Sandro Mamakels? My goodness, I butchered that name. So that Sandro Mamakels is going to be the X factor. I want to know how people are saying. That's what I want to know who said that. I forgot. But not a big game for CMB. Making some nice drives, but he's hustling out there on the rebounds. I'm surprised he only has 1 rebound. But Jacoby's obviously been the big story. Jamal Shedd's been the big story. And then out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers, the guy that's been the MVP out there for the Cavs by far in this game is James Harden. 19 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 of 9 shooting from the field, 3 of 6 from the three-point line. And my God, they have been some tough shots. They have been some tough shots out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's been playing well. I give him credit. He's a Hall of Fame player, and he's stepping up in a big moment. He's a Hall of Fame player, and he's been stepping up in a big moment. So that's impressive. Give him credit to James Harden. Do I think these step back three? Do I think this is super sustainable for James Harden? The way the Toronto Raptors defense is playing, I don't think it is. But it is good stuff there for James Harden. I'll give credit where credit's due. Evan Mobley right now has had Jamal Shedd on him in the post 3 times, and Jamal Shedd has stopped him every single time. That has been a pleasure to watch out there in the post. That has been a fun thing to watch over the course of this series. But a few of these other guys have actually played well for the Cavs. From the eye test, I don't have his stats pulled up. Let's just take a look at the full box score out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers. But basically, Dean Wade has 7 points. He's been knocking out his shots. Dean Wade's been good. Sam Barrels hit some tough shots out there in this game as well. So credit to those guys. Donovan Mitchell's hit some tough ones. I mean, everything that the Cavs has gotten is very, very tough. The way the Toronto Raptors are playing, especially on the defensive end, it's been easier. It's been easier. This team is much better and more athletic than you think. Bashar is saying the halftime show out there for the ESPN guys. So that's what's happening. We need more bars with Ben. Cujo, if the offense gets cold, we might be rocking. But it's James Harden's been the guy. Donovan Mitchell 11 points. Evan Mobley 7 points. Jared Allen 3 points. Man, I don't know if Jared Allen's gonna play a ton out there in the second half. I'm not gonna lie. Jared Allen has been a serious negative out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers out there in the second half. But Dennis Schroeder also hit two threes. I hate that. But Tom McClain saying Jamal Lowry out there. I've been saying it, bro. He has that energy. He obviously needs to be able to shoot. Needs to improve the jump shot, but he's been shooting great in this game. He gets more consistent with the jump shot. Jamal Shad will be an all-star. I say it. I stood on business. Milo Radoncic. Brandon Ingram is out with injury. BI is out with injury. So that's the hope. XX1ERE. Playoff. We are praying for playoff Harden. Throw in the prayers. We are praying for playoff Harden out here in the second half. That's if we get playoff Harden out there at this point, then we are going to be in very, very good shape to moving forward to get this stuff rocking. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're trying to get here. But Brandon Ingram is questioned to return. Lots of yaks out here now at this point. But these are the stats. These are what we're looking at. I want to see who here. We're currently at 700 people out there in the chat. Spam in the chat right now. Who are you rooting for? Spam R if you are rooting for the Toronto Raptors. Spam C if you are rooting for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I want to know how folks are feeling out there right now. But Shed's a smart player. So is Scottie. So is Jakob. Hi, you guys. That's good. I love what this team is doing. Someone injured. Brandon Ingram is injured. But spam R if you were rooting for the Raptors. Spam C if you were rooting for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Lots of R's starting to pull in. Playoff Harden and Donovan Mitchell choking. That's what we like to see. Can RJ step into Brandon Ingram's shoes? I mean, RJ Barrett's wearing those shoes right now. If we're looking at the stats over the course of this series, RJ Barrett, before this game, of course this doesn't include this game, RJ Barrett's averaging 24, 6, and 3. I mean, this is what we've been asking for out there for RJ Barrett. So as long as he hits his free throws, we're good. Fifth king, 100%. But RJ, honestly, even with the missed free throws, has been fantastic out there in this game. Like RJ Barrett, looking at his stats, he has been that guy. All right, we got a mix of Cavs fans, Raptors fans. I appreciate everyone that's tuning in. The Cavs fans, you will be getting a biased stream. I'm rooting for the Raptors here. But, I'm sure everyone appreciates the smoke, the back and forth. But RJ's been fantastic out there in this game. And the Pistons are currently up on the Orlando Magic, 82-73. So the Raptors win the series. They face the winner of that series. So that is something to be noted, to be looked at, to take a look at. But, things have been good here. I want to know, as we're still in the halftime break, how confident are you right now in the Toronto Raptors? Comment in the stream a number between 1 and 10. I want to see how confident you are in the Toronto Raptors. And I'll comment here right now. I'll comment here right now. 10. I'm feeling confident. Now, I put in 10 before this game. I'm biased. I'm always a little bit overconfident out here in the Toronto Raptors. But I'm feeling good. You cannot let up. The Raptors cannot let up. But we are in very, very good shape. Is Scottie going to play in the second half? Eric B., he should be playing in the second half. I've seen nothing out there that indicates Scottie Barnes will not be playing in the second half. Scottie Barnes is not okay. He has an injury. I think Scottie's fine. I don't know what the heck everyone's saying. I'm on stream, so all I'm seeing on Twitter, all I'm seeing from the watch party is Brandon Ingram will be out in the second half. But that's a Gio. You know it, man. Star J Barrett. I started a movement last season. There's more people in the stream here right now. I told this story earlier, so I apologize if I'm repeating stuff. But I saw a mock trade that sent RJ Barrett and a first-round pick, I believe, out the door for the Toronto Raptors, and then the Raptors got back an injured Marcus Smart. I said, enough was enough. We need to start a movement. Spam M if you've been a part of the movement over the past year. Spam M if you've been a part of the RJ Barrett movement. Spam M. Because I do not want this man traded whatsoever. And he's proven all the RJ Barrett stands right, man. He's been proving all the RJ Barrett stands right. That's what's happening. But Eric B, his knee is hurt, though. He tears his ACL. It looked like a Charlie horse. I don't know if his knee is hurt. Like, he was moving pretty well out there at the end of the quarter. Now, if he, knock on wood, hopefully he doesn't tear his ACL. Scottie Barnes has been fantastic out there in this one. But we want to win this game. Scottie Barnes needs to play. So, I'm seeing lots of M's, lots of folks out there part of this movement. Not me, not gonna lie, I'm joining. Kill a tape. Hey, it doesn't. We accept people out there in the movement. Like, we are a movement. We are a hive. We are something. We are coming together out there as a collective. Maybe we start a cult out there around RJ Barrett. I don't know. Maybe we do it. But that's what we need. That's what we need out there for this community. Start a cult. That's what we get rocking. But that's one thing we're working for. We are very, very close to the return to action. And one thing I will say out there at this point as well. We hit our sub goal out there, 41,307. I just want to say I'm grateful because that was the goal. That was our sub goal out there for the end of the stream. But you guys have been crushed it. The Raptors being fun, that also helps out a ton. But if you have subscribed, comment in the chat here right now, real one, and I'll give you a shout out. I appreciate every single one of you that has tuned in. We are in for an absolutely electric second half here now at this point. So if you subscribe, comment real one, comment real, comment something. I'll give you a shout out because I appreciate everyone that's in this chat and ready to get riled up out there for this fourth quarter. But I said at the start, Jakob Poeltl has been the X factor. He's been that X factor for the team. He has stepped up. We need the ability to maintain that level of production, to maintain that level of stuff. The sync, FGFG, let's go. You're a real one. Appreciate you. XX1ERE. You're a real one. Let's go. But RJ's afraid of any shot assignment. The ball doesn't get sticky when he's on the court. He's a great passer, man. He's a great passer. Underrated passer. I said that from the jump, man. But Darko taking Kenny A to a coaching clinic, baby. That's what we like to see. But Draven OS Born. Let's go. You're a real one. Appreciate you. But let's go Raptors, Patrick. Let's go Raptors. Arielta. We are rocking and rolling here. I appreciate everyone subscribing, joining here. Tristan Chima, let's go. Tristan, you're a real one. You joined in 2023. We get a lot of people join, during the championship run and stuff. But if you joined during 2023, during those dark and sad years, that's good. It was an ankle injury. Anderson Hisha, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Brandon Ingram is the guy with the ankle injury, so he is going to be out. But he was struggling immensely. He was struggling immensely. Out there in this game. So that's he had 1 point in 11 minutes, 1 rebound, and 1 assist. So that's what's happening. But respectfully, no podcast. I did appreciate you. But I've been here since 95. Been on Raptors Digest since 95 before I was born. Respect it. I respect it. Jared Allen is charming stuff. I love it. The lights are too bright for Jared Allen. I'm new today. Respectfully, no podcast. Appreciate you tuning in. But we're returning. Joining 2021. Shiv, that's a good time to join as well. That's another dark era to join. You're a real one for that. But nice backstretch. My spinal cord is going to absolutely be wrecked in this game. But it's worth it. It's worth it, baby. It's worth it. All right, Raptors are back. This quarter has started. RJ Barrett is the basketball. Running pick and roll out there with Max Strus. Driving the lane. Little lefty floater for RJ Barrett with the and one. What a way to start off the quarter. What a way to start. Spam one out there in the chat. Whatever happened to Riker? Shout out Riker. Needs some BC, living his best life. The tough times for what's called? For the Raptors took Riker out of the mix. He wasn't a fan of this team. But 67 for RJ Barrett. Makes a free throw. 11:48 left in the third. All right. Jakob guarding Evan Mobley here right now. They're trying to run an ISO out there on Jakob, and he's playing good defense, man. Great post defense from Jakob, and Evan Mobley misses. You're not that guy. You're not that guy, Evan Mobley. You are not that guy. But Scottie Barnes driving down James Harden, still dribbles it out, swings it to RJ Barrett. Jared Allen is sagging on RJ Barrett. This feels like a bucket. It feels like a bucket. He drives the lane, and it gets deflected, tipped out of bounds. We're good. So, Scottie B. Glazer, appreciate you calling my call out. I got Jakob Poeltl out there at the start. But we are in very, very good shape. 11:19 left in the quarter. Raptors inbound the basketball. AJ Lawson's in this game here right now. Swings it to RJ Barrett, being guarded by Max Strus. Going in with the left hand. And goes in with the left and draws the foul once again. The Cavs have to foul RJ Barrett every time he's in the paint. Every time he drives in the paint. Shiv Sank or Arsa, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm your favorite YouTube. Appreciate you being a part of this community. Appreciate you. Well, here's 2028, said nobody. John Gotti, you know what? I appreciate the super chat. I'm Canadian, so I'm not getting into American politics, but you know what? I appreciate the super chat either way. Appreciate you supporting this channel. But RJ Barrett knocks down the first free throw. 78-67. Star J, baby. RJ make the free throw. He makes the free throw. Front of the rim and bounces in. RJ Barrett knocks down both free throws. All right, 11-13 left in the quarter. Jakob Poeltl guarding Donovan Mitchell. We are rocking and rolling. Jakob Poeltl out there guarding Donovan Mitchell out there at the top. Donovan Mitchell dribbles the basketball, tries to drive around Jakob Poeltl, and Donovan Mitchell with a nice dunk. You know what? That's a good play out there for Donovan Mitchell. Good play. Respect to Donovan Mitchell. That's a nice play. But Scottie Barnes has the basketball being guarded by James Harden. This feels like a bucket. James Harden's guarding Donovan Mitchell, and he dribbles out of bounds. That's fine. That's what we're rocking. Greer roofing. We're Newfoundland, baby. We get this rocking. But no politics. Let's focus on the game. Paulie Marcus the Raps, 20 minutes of series. Let's go. Donovan Mitchell drives in once again and makes a layup. We have to lock in on Donovan Mitchell right now. He is trying to single-handedly turn around this game. 10:30 left in the quarter. And A.J. Lawson fakes the three. Drives in out there on Evan Mobley. Nice floater from A.J. Lawson. Hustling for that board. He's going in. Jump ball out there, and that is what it is. That's a tough drive. Out there. 10:26. 10:26 left in the quarter. All right. Let's go. Shoot for the moon, baby. Missy land among the stars. Let's go. We ride. 79-71. 10:30 left. A.J. Lawson with the jump ball against Evan Mobley. Scottie Barnes and James Harden are going back and forth a little bit. A little scrap happening between James Harden and Scottie Barnes. A little semi-shove. I don't mind it. I don't mind Scottie Barnes standing up for himself. James Harden getting a little sooky. Let's get in his head. Let's get in Mr. Harden's head. All right. A.J. Lawson's going for the jump ball against Evan Mobley. Scott Foster throwing up the extender. And Evan Mobley wins the jump. All right, 79-71, 10:20 left in the quarter. And he's driving in on Jakob Poeltl. Pass it to Jared Allen. Does a spin move. You aren't Pascal Siakam, but he does make the shot. All right. I would call timeout if I was Darko this possession, but that's just me. RJ Barrett has the basketball, being guarded by Max Strus. And he hands it off to Jakob Poeltl. We don't need an ISO for Jakob Poeltl. Swings it to Scottie Barnes. Little pick and roll out there. Nice to pass to A.J. Lawson. That's off the glass! That's goaltending! Okay. The refs are... Scott Foster's clearly refereeing this game. James Harden fakes the three. Donovan Mitchell down the corner, and there's a foul out there on Scottie Barnes. Good foul out there on Scottie. All right. Yeah, honestly, to be fair, A.J. Lawson should have made that... Like, that was goaltending out there on the referees. So I don't know how the heck that happened, but 73-79. 9:48 left in the quarter. We are still rocking and rolling. Happy birthday. Let's go, David. Happy birthday, David. I hope it's your birthday. But Donovan Mitchell swings it to Evan Mobley, being guarded by Jakob Poeltl. He's trying to run an isolation. They're running a pick out there. Scottie Barnes tries to block. Let's call timeout. Good timeout for the Toronto Raptors. You knew the Cavs were going to go out there on a run, but it's fine. It's fine. 9:42 left in the quarter. The extender, yep, that's tough. But take out Lawson, put in Mamu. Yeah, the A.J. Lawson experiment probably, need players that I can go on a run, play some defense. I'm an A.J. Lawson guy, though. I don't mind him getting an opportunity. I don't think it was the worst call in the world. But 6-0 run, that's fine. The Cavs are a very, very good basketball team. They're going to go on a run. News on BI, Brandon Ingram is injured. He's dealing with some left ankle injury issues. So that's what's fine. But good timeout for Darko Rajaković. One of my criticisms for Darko at the start of the season was, hey, doesn't call timeouts for the right times, but did it very, very well there. But let's take a look at the stats. BI was out in this one. RJ Barrett looking fantastic still. Right, 18.6 rebounds, 3 assists. He has been absolutely cooking. But honestly, big story of this game right now. I talked about a lot at halftime, which was just 2 minutes ago, so I won't rehash everything I put in. But Scott Foster and the referees have been messy. The referees have made this game very, very messy. I will stand on that. That was a clear goaltending out there on Jared Allen. There was an absolutely egregiously bad call on Jakob Poeltl out there right before the second half started. It's tough. It's tough, but you know what? Come playoff time, we know this. Toronto Raptors fans, you just got to be so good, it's undeniable. You have to be so good, it's undeniable, and that's just how things go, especially when Scott Foster is reffing. These games. But Scottie Barnes, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 6 of 10 shooting from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Need to get that. AJ Lawson, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the AJ Lawson tryout. You did it because Brandon Ingram was out and you didn't want to mess up the rotations you had planned. But that's fine. And he would have had 2 points. It should have been goaltending. The refs kind of cooked that one. But that is fine. The killer right now still is James Harden out there on the Cavs. 19 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Not ideal out there for this group, but make sure that you come out and you play defense. We need the defense to be absolutely locked in. Donovan Mitchell had a couple of very fantastic drives to start off this quarter. You just gotta adjust. You gotta adjust the ebbs and flows of the game. You don't have Brandon Ingram right now, so you need to come out and make sure you do things right. But James Harden, Scottie Barnes, be playing each other out there in pickups. They're showing pickup games of Scottie Barnes and RJ Barrett in Scottie Barnes, James Harden out there in 2022. That's what we have rocking. But we'll be good. These are coming back. They're showing Rico Hines runs. They're making me miss Pascal Siakam. Man, this team would be so good if we had Pascal instead of Brandon Ingram, but that's just me. That's just me. We're fine. That's a good timeout for Darko Rajaković. Very important. Very important you score here. Very important you come out of this quarter and you make things work. Very, very important for the Toronto Raptors to make this stuff work. They're showing the little beef out there from James Harden and Scottie Barnes. Showing a lot of this intermission timeout. Usually they return right away, but it is what it is. All right. Scottie versus James Harden. We're rocking. BI is out for this game. Who's winning Lakers Rockets? I'm calling Lakers. I wish Luka was back, but that is what it is. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button too. I appreciate it. I think we might be able to get 41,350. I think we might be able to get there out there in the stream. But show Gradey stats after. I mean, I'm showing them. They're on the screen right now. Every point he scored is on the screen right now in big, bold letters. Every minute he's gotten is in big, bold letters. But this is a big moment. Big moment for the Toronto Raptors. Cavs just went on a run. This is the stretch. This is the stretch that's most crucial out there for your team. Stretch is most crucial for your team. Raptors have Jakob Poeltl, Jamal Shead, Scottie Barnes, RJ Barrett, and Jakob Poeltl. That's his team. That's the line in. All right, we're going. Jamal Shead has the basketball being guarded by Evan Mobley out there at the top. Pick and roll out there with Jakob Poeltl. Nice pass from Jamal Shead. Those are right in the lane. Jakob Poeltl gets fouled. He is going to the free throw line. Nice pick and roll out there with Jamal Shead. He is fantastic at orchestrating the pick and roll out there for this team. But 75, 79, 9:25 left in the quarter. All right. You got a sub for me. Store my pain. That's crazy. But let's go. Appreciate you subbing. But Andrew Parra, MTL up 3-2. Let's go. Room for the Canadian teams. But Jakob Poeltl misses the first free throw. Big Yak, you've been hitting your free throws over the course of these playoffs. Would be ideal. He's able to knock those down. Let's knock those down, baby. Let's knock those down. All right. Jakob Poeltl at the free throw line. Let's knock down those shots. Just make this one. All right. Jakob Poeltl makes that shot. 80-75. Folks, there's advanced analytics to show the first team to score 80 usually wins. Let's get the defense chance rocking. All right. Scottie Barnes guarding Donovan Mitchell. Nice move from Donovan Mitchell, but hits the front of the rim. We're going back the other way. You're not scoring on Scottie Barnes like that. Spam R in the chat. Let's go Raptors. Get a Raptors chant. Scottie driving on Evan Mobley. He is looking confident and misses out there in the lane. That's fine. Scottie is hobbled a little bit going back the other way, but it's fine. He does that sometimes. Pick and roll out there. James Harden now being guarded by Jakob Poeltl. Great pass to Jared Allen, and then Evan Mobley's there. That pick and roll is executed very, very well. 77-80. 77-80. 847. Scottie Barnes is limping a little bit, and hopefully that doesn't maintain. Jamal Shead drives the lane, gets an offensive rebound, though, in the trees. Jamal Shead is fighting. Kicks it to Jakob Poeltl, swings it back to Jamal Shead, being guarded by Evan Mobley. Swings it to RJ Barrett, who's being guarded by Max Strus. Drives the lane and gets blocked by Jared Allen. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. All right. 80-77. Scottie Barnes is limping around. I am a little bit concerned. That is fine. We're good. We are good. Scottie Barnes has the basketball. And inbounds the ball. Nice pass by Scottie Barnes. Oh, never mind. Turn it over. But Jamal Shead gets it. Because Jamal Shead is a dog, and he gets every single loose ball. Any loose ball within 2 feet of Jamal Shead is automatically sucked up by that man like a vacuum. Let's go. All right. Defense time, baby. Spam D out there in the chat. Spam D out there in the chat. Evan Mobley drives the lane and gets fouled. Smokes off the front of the rim. That is what it is. Woo. Okay. Need to lock in here. Evan Mobley's at the free throw line. I don't know how on earth they called that a foul, but you know, you got to win. You just got to be so much better than these other teams. Evan Mobley shoots the first free throw and makes it. All right, 78 to 82. 78 to 82. 8:13 left in the quarter. 8:13 left in the quarter. Evan Mobley misses the second free throw. Raptors get the rebound. Let's go. Scottie Barnes swings at Jakob Poeltl. Lets it fly from 3. That was a bit of a heat check there, Jacoby. That was a bit of a heat check. But game's on Sportsnet. But Jamal Shead guarding Donovan Mitchell. Good defense. And Jared Allen gets deep post position and makes the layup. 80 to 82. Need a score here. Scottie Barnes has the basketball. Being guarded by Max Strus. RJ Barrett fakes the swing. Drives the lane. Going in with the left on Evan Mobley. Nice floater from RJ Barrett. And makes a... Man, RJ Barrett is pushing around Evan Mobley's thin frame like he is a little boy. But RJ Barrett guarding James Harden. Nice pass from James Harden out there in the lane. Jared Allen can't hold it because he is soft. The lights are too bright there. And they pass it. RJ Barrett with the fast break dunk. Looking like Nick Goss, baby, out there in transition. 86 to 80. Let's go. All right. Jamal Shead guarding Donovan Mitchell. 80 to 86. 7 minutes left out there in the quarter. Jamal Shead guarding Donovan Mitchell. Pass it into Jared Allen in the mid-post. And Jakob Poeltl, another deflection. Steal by Scottie Barnes. Swings it to RJ Barrett out there in transition. Go to the corner. Jamal Shead for 3. Let's go, baby. 89 to 80. Shed heads unite. Shed heads get hyped. Spam 3 out there in the chat. Spam Shed. If you are watching and you have a shed near you, stick that on your head. During this timeout for the Cleveland Cavaliers, go outside and stick your head in your shed, in your neighbor's shed. Do something. Because this man is cooking. Jamal Shead, baby, in this game has been electrifying. Jamal Shead has been next level. There's a reason I called this man a future All-Star. 15 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists, 2 steals. The best on-ball guard defender in the NBA. That's right. I said that, Drew Holiday. I said that, Derek White. I said that. Jamal Shead is that man. He is that man. G is saying it best. That's Kyle Lowry vibes out there right now. Jamal Shead is that man. The backcourt of the Toronto Raptors has been fantastic in this game. RJ Barrett making Evan Mobley look like a child, toyed around, looking like he's playing against 5th grade boys. RJ Barrett, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Jakob Poeltl took a heat check 3, but 17 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. That is what we need to see. Gavo's saying it best. Shed is showing some MF guts right now, man. That is what we need to see. Spam those S's out there in the chat right now for Jamal Shead. Spam it. Spam those S's out there in the chat right now. Because Jamal Shead has been next level. Next level so much. I'm so distracted. I can't keep up the score. It's crazy. This game is next level. 2019 Pascal Siakam, not the Pascal Siakam played the last few years in Toronto. I mean, I'm a Siakam guy. Yo, we're unstoppable. Jamal Shead and Jacoby are hitting threes. I mean, we are nasty, bro. This team is nasty, bro. Young Van Vliet. No, that's a young Kyle Lowry, Anderson. That's a young Kyle Lowry. Need Scottie hit one more bucket. Monte Martin, he is hitting one more bucket. He is limping around a little bit right now, but he is doing it. But holy smokes. Let me know in the chat right now. 871 people. Let me know who you are rooting for as we return from this timeout. Spam R in the chat if you're rooting for the Raptors. Spam C if you are rooting for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let me know in the chat right now. I want to see who we have. It's Raptors on a run. We usually lose a lot of the Cavs fans. In here. This is what we like to see. No, I like the Cavs fans being here, but I like the Raptors winning. I like the R spamming out there in the chat. But we are getting back to action, folks. RJ Barrett looks more locked in than a locksmith. I don't know any famous locksmiths, but if I could, that would be the face of RJ Barrett, baby. Fortnite clips, you got money on the Raptors, buddy. You're going to make some money tonight. Let's go. B.I. is hurt, but the Raptors aren't. B.I. is hurt, the Raptors aren't. And I appreciate every single one of you, too, hitting that subscribe button. Our goal was 41,300. We're at 331. Let's see if we can get to 50. 41,350. I think we can get there. But Dean Wade dribbling the basketball, being guarded by RJ Barrett out there in the front court. Pressure is happening. Jamal Shed is guarding James Harden here at the logo right now. In his grill. Pick and roll there with Max Strus. Jakob Poeltl out there on James Harden right now. There we go. Jamal Shed guarding Max Strus. Max Strus driving the lane. Takes a leg. That's a good drive out there for Max Strus. If he's making a straight line drive, would like for him to get stopped, but it is what it is. 89-82. 6:30 left in the quarter. Jakob Poeltl has the basketball being guarded by Max Strus. Colin Murray-Boyles fakes the little float shot. Nice swing by Colin Murray-Boyles. A little bit off of the pass, but that would have been a nice three. Shed passes it to to Scottie being guarded by Max Strus, and he draws the foul out there in the lane. Let's go. We were rocking and rolling here. Need both teams to stop scoring so much. I need the Raptors to keep scoring. Knicks in 6 regardless. That is the silliest thing I've ever heard. In my life. 6:15, 89-82. Scottie Barnes at the free throw line. We are rocking and rolling. Stick your head in your neighbor's shed, baby. Scottie Barnes makes the free throw. 90. Folks, I was reading an advanced study out there at the Journal of Science. Written by Dr. Julian Edwards. Dr. Julian Edwards has written this study. The first team to score 90 points nearly always wins the game in Game 5s of the playoffs in Cleveland. It never happens. Dr. Julian Edwards has reported this news, so that's what's happening. I got the live analysis, but Sam Merrill shoots a corner three and he makes it. Okay, we got to lock back in here. 85-90, 5:50 left in the quarter. 5:50 left in the quarter. Let's lock in, Chad. Jamal Shed has the basketball. We're going to pick and pop out there with RJ Barrett. Fakes the three. Swings it to Scottie Barnes in the quarter, being guarded by Dean Wade. Fakes the three. And he's driving the lane. Nice drive out there by Scottie. Drives the lane and draws the foul. There we go. Scottie Barnes, the offense is getting a little bit stagnant, and he is driving the lane and is making it work. Let's go. Even with the little slight injury he's had, he's been effective. Draws the foul. I don't know how you're complaining on that. You had his hands on him the entire time. Let's go. And folks, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We got 900 people in here. Appreciate every single one of you that's watching the stream. You're enjoying the commentary. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. It means the absolute world to me. But, all right, Scottie Barnes at the free throw line. Shoots the first free throw. Makes it. Scottie Barnes is knocking down shots with the best of them. Scottie Barnes at the line here right now. In terms of his stats, 91-85 for the Toronto Raptors, and he makes a second free throw. That is 18 points now for Scottie Barnes. But let's get this stuff rocking. 92-85 for the Toronto Raptors. Jamal Shed guarding James Harden out there at the top. Raptors playing aggressive defense. RJ Barrett guarding James Harden above the break three. Runs those classic crosses. Tries to run a step back three and knocks it down. James Harden is playing like a Hall of Famer. He's playing like a Hall of Famer, but the Raptors just need to continue to play better. But Jamal Shed is the basketball, being guarded by James Harden. Passes it to Scottie Barnes, being guarded by Dean Wade, who fouls every time Scottie Barnes has the basketball. Kicks to the corner. Jakob Poeltl, 4-3. Would have been nice. Jakob Poeltl's gone a little bit cold, but that's fine. 4:50 left in the quarter. And they kick it to Dean Wade above the break three. And, there we go. That's what we need. Scottie Barnes dribbling in transition. Getting pushed on his back by Max Strus, but it's fine. Scottie Barnes in the post. Jamal Shed letting it fly from 3. And nearly makes it, but it's fine. James Harden gets a rebound. And James Harden grabs the ball, and it's out of bounds. James Harden out here trying to stat pad, and the ball goes out of bounds, as we love to see. 4:40 left in the third quarter. 4:40 left in the third quarter, but we gotta get this. Dr. Julian Edwards. Bona Noor loves your studies. Loves your studies. It's the truth. They love your studies. That's the high plays. But James Harden out of bounds. Raptors get the basketball back. Let's go. They need to go. They need to go straight to the rim. They need to get this rocking. But 4:40 left in the third. 4-point lead, 92-88. Need to keep this rocking. Get the ball in bounds. Nice pass to Colin Boyles out there in the post. Jamal Shed fakes the corner 3. RJ Barrett has the ball at the top. Being guarded by Max Strus. Pick from Jamal Shed. RJ Barrett fakes it. Getting double teamed out there in the post. Drives straight to the lane. Nice pass to CMB right in the lane. Floater from CMB. Misses it. I wouldn't mind that shot. And RJ Barrett tries to get the O board, but it doesn't work. All right. 4:20 left in the third. Sam Merrill driving out there in transition. Foul out there on Colin Boyles. And, that's fine. That's fine. All good. Hit that subscribe button, baby. Means the world to me. The streets are saying if we hit 41,350 subscribers, it's a guaranteed win. Guaranteed win for the Toronto Raptors. Not that we'll lose if we don't get it, but if we hit it, it's a guaranteed win. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit it. If you're part of the 915 people in here, you're not used to pressing those buttons. It's completely free, and it helps. But James Abow's in the game right now on to Donovan Mitchell. And kickball out there from Jamal Shed. Cavs get the basketball back. 4:15 left in the third. All right, 92-88. Come on, bro. What are we doing? Bad foul. Yeah. Scottie subbed out. Hang in there. Yeah, we need to make sure that this doesn't go bad. We need to get this win out there on the Cavs home court. But 4:15 left. Sam Merrill has the basketball, driving in out there on Jamison Battle. Good defense out there from Jamison Battle. Great defense. And it's a travel. There we go. Jamison Battle forces the travel out there on Sam Merrill. We have the bench unit for the Cavs here right now, and here's how it works. When the Cavs bench unit was in there in the first half, the Raptors cooked. Them, so let's see if we do it again. Jamal Shed, handoff to RJ Barrett, being guarded by Dean Wade. Pick with Mamukelashvili. Donovan Mitchell now on RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett driving the lane. Kicks it Jamal Shed, being guarded by Dennis Schroeder. Pick now with Colin Boyles. Shed, that would have been nice. But tried to pass to Colin Boyles. Doesn't work out. Donovan Mitchell drives in, and good take out there from Donovan Mitchell. But Raptors going back the other way. I don't know what's happening. 92 to 90. Timeout for Darko Rajaković. Probably a good timeout. 3:55 left in the quarter. Folks, this is time. This is the time. The Toronto Raptors need to go on a run here after this timeout. 2-point lead. You're going up against... the Cavs are going to go on runs. I'm not worried about this. But the great teams, they go on runs the other way. People are saying bad timeout. I don't know. The Cavs are going on a run. You need to make sure things work. You need to make sure, you settle things. You get a good play out there after this timeout. And you make things happen. Because Donovan Mitchell is heating up for the Cavs right now. If we take a look at the stats, if we take a look at what's happening out there in this game, Donovan Mitchell is heating up. And you expect the star players to play well. As much as you want to meme about the playoff Cavs and, shrinking under pressure, Donovan Mitchell has 17 points. James Harden has 22 points. They're going to be hitting shots. They're going to be hitting step backs. They're going to hit these ones. That's what is going to happen in these games. You need to clamp up on the defensive end. As much as BI has struggled in this series, you don't have him as an option here now at this point. You need to lock in on these guys, lock down defense, and get those scores. Attack the rim, attack them in this game, and, make this run happen. You can't let the Cavs can't leak oil, and you can't let this thing fall apart. This is the most important stretch out there in this game. Spam W out there in the chat. Spam W in the chat if you want the Toronto Raptors to win this game. Spam W in the chat. You want the Toronto Raptors to win this game. Spam it. I need to see some W's out there. But Scottie over 19.5. Scottie Barnes got this. Woo! Okay, let's go. The Cavs are full court pressing. Colin Boyles are on point now. RJ Barrett has the ball. Being guarded by Dean Wade. Dean Wade guarding RJ Barrett. They're putting some more muscle. Good defense on him. But RJ Barrett picks up his dribble. Swings it to Colin Murray-Boyles. And they're trying to run these back picks. Jamison Battle fakes the corner three. Lets it fly from the corner. Jamison Battle, baby! Buddy, this is the time. This is the time of game when Jamison Battle starts to heat up. It's the time of game when Jamison Battle starts to heat up. 3:20 left in the quarter. Sandro gets in there. Foul out there on RJ Barrett. Dennis Schroeder's kind of cooking us this game, but it is what it is. All right. Jamison Battle gets the 3 to get the momentum off. Folks, we are 12 subscribers away from 41,350. I said it. If we get 41,350 in this by the end of the stream, we're gonna win. That's what the streets are saying. That's what the streets are saying. Dennis Schroeder's at the free throw line. 3:18 left in the quarter. 95-90. Dennis Schroeder makes the first free throw. And we don't like Dennis Schroeder making shots. We don't like Dennis Schroeder making shots. That's not what we want to see. But folks, we gotta speak this into existence. Spam B out there in the chat. You want Jamison Battle to start cooking. And we're subbing out RJ Barrett right now, okay, Scottie's back in. So we shouldn't have two of Scottie and RJ out at the same time. But 92-95. Raptors have the basketball. Scottie Barnes dribbling it up, being guarded by Dean Wade here right now. 95-92. Colin Murray-Boyles has the basketball, being guarded by Evan Mobley. And pick and pop. Oh, Jamison Battle open, but they switch on him pretty good. They are locked in on Jamison Battle here now. But now they have Sam Merrill and Scottie Barnes. We should put the points on the board already. Sam Merrill guarding Scottie Barnes. Put the points on the board already. Beautiful pass out there from Scottie. Automatic points. 2:50 left in this quarter. Raptors have the lead. Dennis Schroeder has the basketball, and he's going to shoot a dribble pull-up 3, fakes it, and then throws it right in the hands of Colin Murray-Boyles. But it is what it is. And then pass out there. Attaboy, Scottie. Beautiful block from Scottie Barnes. Sandro dribbling up the ball. Pass it to Jamal Shed. Kicks it to Sandro. Oh, my God. If he hits this, let's go! Sandro, Mamu, Kelishvili with a transition 3, 100 points. Folks, that same study showed 100 points. First team to 100 usually wins. Sam Merrill fakes the 3. Gets fouled out there in the lane. That's great. That honestly foul is beneficial for the Toronto Raptors. The defense is breaking down. 100 points for your Toronto Raptors to 92. Let's go, Sandro. Let's go, Mamu. 10 subscribers away as well. Let's see if we get there. 41,350. 9 subscribers away, folks. 962 people in here. Let's hit that sub button, baby. Raptors get that win. All right, Cavs are in the bonus right now, so that foul wasn't actually that great. But Sam Merrill is out there at the free throw line. And he makes the first. Sam Merrill makes the first. 93-100. 93-100. Mamu said knock you out. Mamu said knock you out, baby. That's what we need. Big Yak back in this game as well. 2 minutes left out there in the quarter. Mamu back in the... there we go. And there we go. Jakob gets a rebound. Missed free throw. 93-100. 93-100. Jamal Shed has the basketball. Dribbling the lane. Driving the lane. And swings to the corner. Jamison Battle out there. Shoots a floater. And misses the floater. I probably would have shot that 3. And I don't know what foul, but it looks like it was a shooting foul. I don't know who gets it. Hopefully not Jakob Poeltl. Yeah, Mamu's going to the free throw line. Mamu's going to the free throw line. 2:05. 2:05 left in the quarter. Okay. This is what we like to see. 100-93. 2 minutes left out there in the quarter. 2 minutes left out in the third quarter. All right. 2:05. 4 subscribers away from 41,350. I think we can get there. We can get there by the end of the quarter. Jakob Poeltl makes a free throw. Let's go. Jakob Poeltl makes the free throw. We have Jay's Digest rapping Glorilla lyrics here right now, too. Let's go. Okay. Appreciate it, Bobby. Appreciate the nicest. But, all right. Jakob Poeltl makes a second free throw. 102. 102-93. We are rocking and rolling. 2 minutes left out there in the third. Donovan Mitchell driving on Jakob Poeltl. That is a fantastic drive from Donovan Mitchell. He has these long drives, and they are good. But 95-102. Okay, we got 100. Let's go. 41,350 subs. Appreciate you guys helping the channel out. But Dennis Schroeder, they're playing defense now. The Cavs are locking on defense. We need to keep this locked in here now. I'm losing. There's too much going on. Need the defensive chance. Chant D out there in the chat. Chant D. We need defense. Get the chants going. I need some defensive chants out there in this chat. Defensive chance out there in the chat. 102.95, 139 left in the quarter. Swing it to Dean Wade out there in the corner 3. Front rim. Get the rebound. Get the rebound. Scottie Barnes gets a rebound. Okay, 1:30 left in the quarter. 1:30 left in the quarter. Scottie Barnes driving down Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell's a great offensive player. Oh, Jamal Shed above the break 3. That was a good contest. Offensive rebound from Jamison Battle. This is what we love to see. Jamal Shed driving the lane, passes to Big Yak, out there in the lane, and gets fouled, baby. They have to foul Big Yak. They have to foul Big Yak, baby. I'm yakking all over myself this game. I'm yakking all over myself. Let's go. Jakob going out there to the free throw line. We're cooking. We're cooking. All right. Woo! Jakob at the free throw line. 1:16 left in the quarter. 102.95. Jakob makes a free throw. Folks, Jakob is not traditionally the most elite free throw shooter, but he's doing it. John Michael Tadino, Brandon Ingram is out with an ankle injury. So the Raptors are doing all this right now without BI. So they come in and rock. Let's go. BI is at the free throw. Jakob at the free throw line, shooting a second free throw, and misses it. Okay. That's fine. He's not that great of a free throw shooter. 103-95. Get a stop. More defense chance. More defense chance, chat. Donovan Mitchell, step back 3. Misses it. There we go. Great rebound by Jakob. This is why they trusted Yak. Healthy Yak, man, is a different breed. He's a different breed. Scottie Barnes is the basketball being guarded by Dean Wade. Mamu's waiting for this 3. He's waiting for this 3. He's waiting for it. He let it fly. He was waiting for it and he missed. But it's going back the other way. All right, Donovan Mitchell has the basketball. Dribbling it up. 40 seconds left out there in the quarter. 40 seconds left in the quarter. And swings it out there to Dean Wade. Back close up by Yak. And then that's too high of a lob. Yak recovers well out there and Evan Mobley in the paint. Good defense out there by Mamu. That's a clean block. Jamison Battle. I'm happy he threw it out of bounds rather than throwing it to the other team underneath the net. Good stuff, Jamison. All righty. 30 seconds left out there in the third. We are starting to cook, baby. Starting to cook. 30 seconds in there. We are rocking and rolling. 1,000 current viewers right now. Appreciate everyone that's tuned into the stream. Appreciate every single one of you that's watching right now. This is what we need. This is what we need. We get the Yik Yak, baby. Yik Yak paddle whack. 30 seconds left in the quarter. 103.95. James Harden subs back in the game for Dean Wade. So you know they're sacrificing defense for offense, baby. Brian Ferguson, the Cavs fan, saying he'd rather be playing. I bet you would. I bet you would. Jacoby Walters back in this one for defense. Jamison Battle is playing. Cavs have the basketball. 30 seconds left, 103-95. James Harden inbounded, pass to Evan Mobley above the break 3, good closeout, and makes it. That's fine. Evan Mobley makes a 3. Let's get a bucket. Let's get a bucket. 28 seconds left in the quarter. Scottie Barnes dribbling up, 5-point lead for the Toronto Raptors, 103-98. Scottie has the basketball, guarded by James Harden. And he's out to the top. They're kind of running down the time. Donovan Mitchell now guarding Scottie Barnes. Passes to Mamu in the corner. Being guarded by Sam Merrill in the post. And Mamu's going to post up Sam Merrill. Misses it, but I don't mind that action. Got kicked in the below the belt region. Great pass out there from Donovan Mitchell. And they go on a run. Hit a 3. Hit a 3, Mamu. A little Euro. Almost hit a Euro step 3. Move through London with that Euro step. Okay. Horrible end of the quarter. Horrific end of the quarter, but you're still up. 100-103. The sign says the first team to 103 usually wins, so we're in good shape. But we'll take a look at what's going on. The storylines happening so far in this one. One big one lately. Again, the top guys out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers have been cooking. Donovan Mitchell has stepped up out there for the Cavs. 19 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, efficient shooting stuff. James Harden's been fantastic for their group, for their team, and all that. Jared Allen has wet himself, but Evan Mobley's been good over the last few minutes out there of the third quarter. Right, you got to close quarters well. 15 points out there for Evan Mobley. On the offensive end, Jamison Battle's been getting some run. He's been stealing a lot of those Brandon Ingram minutes. Like, again, it's only taken 1 3-point shot. But he's made it. He's made some drives. He's got some offensive rebounds, which has been effective, and he's surprisingly playing fantastic defense. So that's been great. RJ Barrett's been very, very good. 22.7 rebounds, 4 assists. Great stuff out there for RJ Barrett. And obviously our top guy, our top dog, Scottie Barnes, has been the man. You know, I'm putting in the chat there, Super Scottie. Despite dealing with some sort of injury, some sort of stinger injury, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. So Brandon Ingram is out. Going into the fourth quarter, Brandon Ingram is out. He is dealing with some ankle injuries, and that is what we're dealing with here now at this point. But that's fine. That is fine. Folks, I want a confidence check. I want a confidence check out there in the chat. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in the Toronto Raptors going this fourth quarter? We have an ugly, ugly, ugly end to the third. Ugly, ugly, ugly end to the third. But you have an opportunity now to start cooking. Opportunity now to really take this game over, take it to the next level, and give yourself an opportunity, give yourself a chance to win this game at home. To win this game at home. This is what we play this season for, baby. This is what we play this season for. I'm seeing 8, 5, 9, 7, 10, 10. Lots of high numbers. Lots of high numbers. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm putting 10 in the chat. I'm putting 10 in the chat. I'm putting 110. 1,010. That's how we're feeling. Out there about this team, about the squad. Not a big game out there for CMB, which is surprising. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. But when big Jakob, who's been playing fantastic for the Raptors out there to close this game, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 5 of 5 shooting from the field, and even knocking down his free throws. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. So this is currently a score out there, Toronto Raptors. We'll have this going, going through the player stats here right now. But score of the Toronto Raptors 103 to 100. Lots. Who's standing out for you folks? Who's the X factor? Who's the guy out there in the fourth quarter? I want to know how we are feeling. So this is what we need. This is what we need for the team. Andy, appreciate you watching since COVID. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone that's out here. Not influence. I feel 1,010. That's what we need. But folks, put some good omens in there. Spam some W's. You want the Toronto Raptors to win this game. Spam some W's. You want the Toronto Raptors to win this game. Let's get the hype music going, baby. We are entering the most important quarter of basketball so far this season. We are entering the most important quarter of basketball so far this season. Chung Don Julio, appreciate you tuning in, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. You want the Toronto Raptors to go on a run. You want the Toronto Raptors to win this game. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Good omens. Good omens. Spam those W's, baby. Spam those W's. Need a nice run to start out this quarter. Cavs with the ball, starting things off. They're full court pressing out there, the Cavs. Jakob Poeltl getting the start out there on James Harden. They're running screen actions on in the front court. Donovan Mitchell has the ball being guarded by Scottie Barnes right now. I like Scottie Barnes on Donovan Mitchell. CMB now on Donovan Mitchell. He's driving in, making a nice move. They kick it to James Harden. Kick in the corner. Dennis Schroeder, please miss. There we go. That's Raptors Dennis Schroeder there right now. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, 11:30 left in the quarter. Scottie Barnes has the basketball. Scottie Barnes has the basketball. Drives the lane right on Evan Mobley. Draws it. That should have been a foul. RJ Barrett, get that ball. RJ Barrett gets the loose ball. Being guarded by Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder looks like he may have done some substance before this. Looking rabid. RJ Barrett, step back three. Off the side of the backboard. Not the ideal shot. Shot clock violation for the Toronto Raptors. Not the ideal shot. All right. Need some defense here. Need some defense here. Ingram is injured. Michael Dantes. All right. Jakob Poeltl guarding James Harden right now. I mean, if we don't let the Cavs score again the rest of the game, we win. James Sabal has the ball, being guarded by Jalen Tyson. Or sorry, opposite day. Jalen Tyson driving in. Palmer Bowles is guarding him right now, and he takes a step back three and makes it. It's a tie game right now. They're hitting some ridiculous step back threes. It's happened in the first half. You have to lock in. You have to lock in. 10:50 left in the quarter. 10:50 left in the game. Hand off to RJ Barrett. Fakes the three. Driving in the lane. Nice floater from RJ with the left. In and out. Gets the offensive rebound. Hands it off to Scottie Barnes. Lets it fly from three. Back of the rim. Back of the rim. All right, they're going back the other way. Stop Donovan Mitchell. Stop Donovan Mitchell. He's dribbling it up. Passes it to Dennis Schroeder. He guarded by Jamison Battle. He's driving in out there on Jamison Battle. Evan Mobley with the corner three and knocks it down. Timeout now might be ideal. Just to kill the momentum. But they don't. Okay, 10:15 left in the quarter. 10:15 left in the quarter. Scottie Barnes has the basketball. A score here is a need. A score here is the need. RJ Barrett lets it fly from three. Back of the rim. We need to go to the rim. We need to make stuff going. We need to get stuff going. 3-point lead for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The time is all messed up. 9:50 left. James Sabal is guarding Donovan Mitchell right now, which is not ideal. Splits the defense. Dennis Schroeder has the basketball out there around the 3-point line. Scottie Barnes is guarding Dennis Schroeder. And Dennis Schroeder somehow gets the lane. Timeout! Call timeout. And we don't call timeout. Okay. This is not ideal. 5-point lead out there for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Mamu has the basketball. Or call Murray Boyles. Jakob Poeltl lets it fly from corner 3. We don't need to take threes. We don't need to take threes. We need to get some stops. Should have had timeout 2 possessions ago. They're doubling out there, doubling off of James Harden. He drives in, passes it to Jalen Tyson out there. Front of the rim. There you go. Get the rebound. Call in Murray Boyles. Goodness gracious. 9 minutes left out there in the game. 9 minutes left in the game. Passes to CMB out there in the lane, being guarded by Evan Mobley. They kick it out to Scottie Barnes. He's driving the lane. Swings it to RJ. He's driving it on James Harden. Great take by RJ Barrett. And one! There we go. That's what we needed. That's what we needed, RJ. With the right hand. With the right hand. One. Type 1. Type 1 in the chat out there for the M1s. 105, 108. 105 and 108. Are they not calling continuation on that? That is the most sickening thing I've ever seen in my life. Scott Foster is giving this game to the Cleveland Cavaliers. 103 to 108. 103 to 108. The ones didn't even work. They took away our M1. They took away our M1. 5-point game. Basketball is a game of runs. It's fine. Jamal Shead has the basketball. They're faking it. Jamal Shead drives the lane. Passes out to RJ Barrett. Driving out there in on Dennis Schroeder. Drives the lane. Little floater out there for RJ. That's a horrible shot. Horrible shot. All right. Need a stop. Need a stop. Most important stop of the season. Spam D on in the chat. And Donovan Mitchell takes a floater. There we go. Donovan Mitchell in and out floater. In and out floater. Jamal Shead has the basketball. Jamal Shead has the basketball. Being guarded by James Harden. He's sagging on him. All right, Jamal Shead drives the lane. Fakes it. Passes it to Scottie Barnes. Being guarded by Jalen Tyson. Guarded by Jalen Tyson. Shoots a little fade. You need your top guys to score. You need your top guys to score. 8:04. 8:04. The offense is going cold. This is where a Brandon Ingram would be very, very useful for your team. This is where a Brandon Ingram would be very, very useful for your team. This is where Brandon Ingram would be very useful, but he's currently dealing with a heel issue. This is tough. Oh, I'm going to crash out. 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 8 minutes left. 103 to 108. Score here, please. Please, Raptors. Pass it to Jakob. Hand off to RJ Barrett. All right, he's driving the lane. Driving the lane. RJ Barrett driving in. And fakes it. Good fake by RJ. Gets foul. All right, he's going to the free throw line. Scott Foster couldn't not call that. He couldn't not call that because that would have been too egregious. But this is what we need. RJ Barrett knocking down these free throws. Spam M in the chat. Spam M in the chat. You want him to make this free throw. Spam M in the chat. You want to make this free throw. That's what we need. All right. We get some stops. Stop, score, stop. We're in this. He misses the free throw. Oh, I'm going to crash out. All right. They're subbing in Sam Merrill for Donovan Mitchell. You have an opportunity to go on a run here. You have an opportunity to go on a run here. You have an opportunity to go on a run here. And we're subbing out Scottie Barnes. Most important stretch of the season, and they sub out Scottie Barnes. I'm going to cry. RJ Barrett makes a second free throw. We're good. We're in good hands. 104 to 108. 7:54 left in this game. 7:54 left in this game. Dennis Schroeder driving in on RJ Barrett. There we go. That's a Dennis Schroeder I know. That's a Dennis Schroeder I know and love to see on the Cavaliers. They swing it to Jamison Battle out there in the corner. Swings it to Jamal Shead. Jamal Shead to the corner. Jakob Poeltl fakes it. Oh my God. Jamison Battle fakes the three. Mid-range jump shot for Jamison Battle. Knocks it down, baby. Jamison Battle is the most automatic jump shooter on planet Earth. 7:30 left in this game. All right. 106, 108. Get a stop. Get a stop. Get a stop. Jamal Shead guarding James Harden here right now. Dennis Schroeder has the basketball. And he drives in out there on Jakob Poeltl, and he makes it. We are losing this game to Dennis Schroeder right now. And I am going to cry. I am going to cry. Jakob Poeltl has the ball. Hands off to Jamal Shead. Are they in a zone? No, they're not. Okay. But, oh my God, that's a tough pass. A lob to Jamison Battle? A lob to Jamison Battle from Jakob Poeltl. This is not what I'd be expecting with 6 minutes left to go in the biggest game of the season. But this is what I like to see. Playoff basketball, baby. Jamison Battle guarding Dennis Schroeder here right now. RJ Barrett in front of Jalen Tyson. Dennis Schroeder has the ball once again. They're running isolations of Dennis Schroeder against us. Evan Mobley has the ball. Lets it fly from three and makes it. Evan Mobley hits a three. 113 to 108. We're losing to Evan Mobley threes and Dennis Schroeder isos. This can't be how we go out. This can't be how we go out. Someone threw a ball out there on the court. That's how sickening this is. Cavs fans are throwing balls out there on the court because no one knows what the hell is going on. Oh my God. 108 to 113. Honestly, I'm feeling confident right now. I'm feeling weirdly confident. Is this bad? I don't know. I'm feeling weirdly confident in this team. 6 minutes left out there in this game. Jakob has the ball above the break 3-point line. Don't run an ISO for Jakob here now at this point. On Evan Mobley. Okay, Shed has the ball. Dribble, pull up 3 for Jamal Shed. That is money! That is money! Jamal Shed. Dribble, pull up 3, baby. Let's go. 111 to 113. 111 to 113. 6:19 left in the game. Jamal Shed. The Shed heads get lit, baby. The Shed heads get lit. I said it from the jump. I said it to each and every single one of you. If you have a shed lying around, you have to stick it on your head. If you have a shed in your backyard, you have to stick your head in that shed. If you have if your neighbor has a shed, stick your head in your neighbor's shed, baby. Someone needs to do something. Because Jamal Shed has been cooking. Jamal Shed has been out here rocking out for the Toronto Raptors in this game. 18 points, 1 rebound, 7 assists, 7 of 11 shooting out there from the field. 4 of 7 from the 3-point line, 2 steals. I said it at the jump as well. Jakob Poeltl, he was the X factor for this game. And he was the reason the Raptors were ahead. We're out there at the start. He's cooled off as the game has gone along. Jakob Poeltl needs to step up here in the fourth. Still at 17 points, 6 of 12 shooting, 5 of 11 from the 3-point line. We need to step up. We need to get this thing rocking and rolling out here for this team, for this group, for this squad. Need to get this rocking. Someone threw a ball on the court. They did. 100%. Scottie Barnes. His numbers have gone down. His efficiency has gone down since he's dealt with that injury. 70 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. We need a big last stretch. Big last 6 minutes out there for Scottie Barnes. The Raptors are going to win this game. They're going to win this game. They need Scottie Barnes to have that big stretch. Big stretch. Let me know in the chat. We got 1,500 people out here in the chat right now. Let me know who you're rooting for. Spam R if you are rooting for the Toronto Raptors. Spam C if you are rooting for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I want to see who people are rooting for in this chat. My neighbor's going to snap again. Sports plug, stick your head in your neighbor's shed, baby. Stick your head in your neighbor's shed. And also, right now, if you are enjoying the commentary, enjoying daily Toronto Raptors content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and type real one in the chat. Type real one in the chat if you are a real one. I'll shout out everyone I see. The chat's moving really fast right now, but I'll shout out every single one that's I see. If you're a real one, hit that subscribe button. We've been seeing the subs go crazy out here in this stream. We are 41,300. Can we get to 41,400 in the stream? I think we can. 1,500 people out here in the chat. I think we can. Scotty B. Glazer, you are a real one, baby. You are a real one. Yazin, you are a real one. Dom, 4257, you are a real one. Williams, you're a real one. Nova Robotics, you're a real one. Yazin, you're a real one. Juicy G, you're a real one. Let's go. They're moving too fast. I can't read them. Ground Jordan, you're a real one. Juicy GD, we're going for the W, baby. We are going. Let's go. A1B. I can't read them. I apologize. Jerome, you're a real one. Hypnotic. There's lots of R's. I love it. We're in this chat. The energy is too lit. The energy is too hype right now for the Toronto Raptors to lose this game. We are entering the most important stretch of basketball. Most important 6 minutes for the Toronto Raptors all season. Jerome, real one. Cool. Real one. Green Roofing, real one, baby. Real one. Just subscribed. Malik, you are a real one. Trinity, let's go. Real one, let's go. Ted Trinity. Sachin, you're good. Let's go. I'm a real one. Tank, the Chingwai. Let's go. Lots of R's, lots of stuff. We are ready to rock. Big real one, Malik. Let's go. Real one, Patrick. We are going. We are rocking. 1,500 viewers out there in the chat, ready for the most exciting stretch of basketball of the season. Michigan versus everybody. Real one. Let's go. Shout out Andrea Bargnani. Let's go. CMB locked in. Let's go. We are ready. Ready for this stretch. 111, 113, 6:19 left in this game. 6:19 left in this game. Dennis Schroeder is still in the court. You're telling me if we could be down by just 2 on the road. Lanes, let's go. Big T Spaz, let's go. Juicy, let's go. If you could tell me we could be down by just 2 with 6 minutes left in the fourth on the road against the Cleveland Cavaliers to go up 3-2 in the playoffs, and you are going up against Dennis Schroeder? If you told me that at the start of this year, my God, I would take that in a heartbeat. We are here right now. Let's go. Dennis Schroeder has the basketball. Being guarded by RJ Barrett. Hands off to Jared Allen. They're trying to run an action. I like Jared Allen in this game if I'm the Raptors. Dennis Schroeder shoots a midi and it goes in. Man, I'm disrespecting D. Schroeder, but he's killing us right now. He's killing us. All right. Jamal Shead has the basketball. Being guarded by James Harden. Run a little pick and roll out there with RJ Barrett. Jakob has the ball. Hands it off to Jamal Shead. Nice pass out there in the lane. Jakob misses the layup, but it's going the Cavs' way. Jakob misses the layup. Got to play some defense. We got to get this rocking. Nico, appreciate you, real one. Appreciate you, real one. But let's go. Dennis Schroeder being guarded by Jacoby Walter. Need to lock in Dennis Schroeder. Been disrespecting him, but they're going back to the yak pick and rolls. Dennis Schroeder shoots a dribble pull-up three, and he makes it. We are getting killed by Dennis Schroeder. Like, these are all wide open shots, but, like, you're getting killed by Dennis Schroeder, and it's killing me. It's killing me. 5:28. Darko Rajaković calls timeout. Woo! I'm recovering. All right. 118 to 111. 7 points. We could do this. We could do it. We can do this. 5:38. There's a little fight going on. Looks like Darko Rajaković is going at Dennis Schroeder. It looks like there's some smoke happening out here right now. But this game is far from over. I can't believe we're losing to Dennis Schroeder right now. This is devastating work. But James Harden and all these guys, there's a cluster going around. People are fighting. The two teams are fighting a little bit. Scott Foster's going to the monitor. I guarantee he's going to call some absolutely whack stuff on the Toronto Raptors. They're looking for a hostile action. Scott Foster is looking for a hostile action here right now. He's looking for a hostile action. Harden goes over. RJ gets the basketball. James Harden shoves him. So, we need James Harden thrown out of this game. We need James Harden thrown out of this game. He just shoved RJ Barrett. I want James Harden ejected from this series. He should be removed from the building. He should be removed from the playoffs. James Harden should be removed. It was a light shove. I'm overreacting because I want to, but it's eject Harden. Type E in the chat. Spam E in the chat. Spam E in the chat. You want James Harden ejected. I want him gone. That shove was unacceptable. I don't feel safe with him on the basketball court. Spam E. It is nothing, but you know what? I want him ejected, and I don't care. Spam E right now. Spam E. Oscar saying I'm handsome. Appreciate you. Sounds like he's putting in that work. That's what we like to see. Quit crying. I'm crying. I don't care. We're down by 7. I need all the help I can get. All right, I'm seeing lots of E's. Let's go. Spam those E's, folks. Spam those E's. It's what we need. Fear the beard. I'm not loving that. It's not over. We're good. Folks, we were down. It was looking ugly. At the end of last game. This is the time for the Toronto Raptors. The time to step up. The time to be motivated. This is the time for this team, baby. Time for this team to start cooking. We got to get some Glorilla lyrics. They saved the day last game when things looked cooked. Glorilla lyrics saved the day. I can't be regular. I'm way too exclusive. Before they ever catch me slipping, I'ma slide and I'ma spin again. I ain't trying to hate on nobody, but you got to give me a reason though. You know, Glorilla's cooking. Probably why they looking salty. They know they can't replace me. Confidence through the roof. They saying I'm cocky. I know I'm fine. Glorilla's out here rapping. So, you know, that's what we like to see. I'm seeing a lot of Cavs fans out here in the chat. I lost 2 subs trying to put some good omens out there in the air. But hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the chat. Right now who you are rooting for. Let me know in the chat who you are rooting for. Oh, we're getting cringe out here. If it gets the Toronto Raptors some buckets, we are rapping out here on this stream, baby. We're rapping out here on the stream. Spam R if you want the Raptors to win this game. Spam C you want the Cavs to win this game. I want to know how we're feeling. Most important stretch of basketball in Raptors season right now. Most important stretch. Scottie Barnes. It's going to come down to you, man. It's going to come down to you, Scottie. So far in this game, Scottie Barnes. Whoa, the stats are not working. I'm pulling up the wrong stats out there for Scottie. Pulling up the wrong stats for Scottie. Scottie's averaging 26 points per game in this series. 70 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. Lots of R's. Lots of R's in the chat. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, they're getting back in action. Doesn't look like anything happened. They reviewed it. Scott Foster didn't pull any nasty stuff. But scoreboard's coming back. Raptors have the basketball out there in the front court. Scott Foster is weirdly touching RJ Barrett's lower back. Lots of Cavs fans in the chat. Doesn't matter. All right. Jamal Shead has the basketball at their top, being guarded by James Harden. 7-point game. James Abao's in the game. Sam Merrill is just holding James Abao. Pick action out there with Jamal Shead. Drives the lane, gets blocked by Jared Allen. Okay. Okay, that's not what we like to see. Not what we like to see. 5:09 left. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. All right. 5:03. 5:03 left in the quarter. Or in the game. Nice pass. Never mind. Max Strus deflects the basketball, tips it off Jakob Poeltl. We're going back the other way. Folks, the most important defensive stop of the season is coming right now. If I don't have everyone in this chat chanting D, if we don't have D spammed in the chat, then it's tough. It's tough. All right. Dennis Schroeder has the basketball. Being guarded by Jakob Poeltl. Guarded by Jakob Poeltl. 5 minutes left in this game. Still lots of time. James Harden being guarded by Jamal Shead. Pick and roll out there with Jared Allen. Scottie Barnes on James Harden. Max Strus fakes the three. Drives the lane. And we are getting abused out there on these straight line drives. 120 to 111. You need to go on a run. You need to go on a run, Raptors. 120 to 111. Jamal Shead runs a pick and roll. Passes to Scottie Barnes out there in the lane. Kicks it to Jakob Poeltl. Shoots the three. The Raptors have gone ice cold. The Raptors have gone ice cold. They're saving all their misses for the last 4 minutes of the game. James Harden is the basketball. Being guarded by Jamal Shead. And Dennis Schroeder drives the lane, kicks it to Max Strus. Good closeout from Jakob Poeltl. He drives the lane and gets fouled. Folks, we are getting cooked by Dennis Schroeder and Max Strus straight line drives. We are getting cooked by Dennis Schroeder and Max Strus straight line drives. I can't handle this. I can't handle this, what's happening. I can't handle this, what's happening. 120, 111. We've come back from worse. 4:19 left in the quarter. Max Strus shoots a free throw and makes it. 4 minutes left in the quarter. Colin Murray-Boyles is back in this game. And James Abao subs out. 4:19. 4:19 left in the quarter. 4:19 left in the quarter. Max Strus shoots it. Let's go. Miss the free throw, please. He makes the free throw. All right. 122, 111. Scottie Barnes. There's lots of shoves going on with RJ Barrett, Dennis Schroeder right now. Pick and roll out there with Colin Murray-Boyles. Kicks to the corner. He drives the lane. Out there on nice floater from RJ. Gets on the board. The lid's off the rim. We're so back. All right, 113, 122. All right. Jamal Shead guarding Dennis Schroeder here right now. It's a 9-point game. You can win this. You can win this. You can win this game. You can win this game. Jakob Poeltl guarding Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder drives the lane. And Schroeder hits a contested floater over Scottie Barnes. We are losing this game at the hands of Dennis Schroeder. RJ Barrett being guarded by Max Strus. Kicks at the corner. Jakob Poeltl lets it fly. Open corner three. Makes it. Okay. 116 to 124. 116 to 124. Let's heat up. Raptors, 3:30 left in this game. 3:30 left in this game. All right. They're dribbling up the court. They're trying to burn time. 8-point game. 8-point game. 8-point game. All right. Jamal Shead is guarding Dennis Schroeder here right now. All right. Scottie Barnes guarding Dennis Schroeder. Jamal Shead guarding James Harden here right now. This is where the Cavs can choke. James Harden's dribbling out there on Jamal Shead. He drives in the lane. Great defense from Jamal Shead. Misses. There you go. Board from Scottie Barnes. They're running the lane. Transition opportunity. Score fast. They kick it to Jakob Poeltl. Out there. Another corner three. And RJ Barrett's hustling for those boards. Fakes it on Jared Allen. And then 3 pump fakes and out of bounds. Raptors basketball. That 3 from Jakob Poeltl would have been ideal. That would have been huge. All right. Raptors basketball. 2:47 left in this game. 2:47 left in this game. 2:47 left in this game. And pump fake. That's a foul! James Harden clearly raked the arms of RJ Barrett. They're subbing out Jarrett Allen. They're subbing out man, it's where it would been nice to have your challenge. It's been nice to have your challenge. They throw it to there we go. Kicks to the corner. Jamal Shed, corner 3. That would have been great. Jakob Walter gets a board. We're locking in here again. Scottie Barnes fakes a 3. Passes to Jamal Shed. Lets it fly again. Jamal Shed is confident. Misses off the front of the rim. Lock in on D. Lock in on D. Lock in on D. Need some defense. Need some defense here. Need some defense. Spam D. Spam D. Spam D. 116 and 124. And Donovan Mitchell driving lane. Good defense with Jakob Walter. Get that board. Get that board. Raptors get the board. RJ Barrett has the basketball. Clustered around. Scottie Barnes driving in on James Harden. He's posting up on James Harden. Kicks it to Jamal Shed. Swings it to Jakob Walter. Little pick and roll. Passes it to Jacoby. Gives it right in the hands of James Harden. Good defense from Jamal Shed. Donovan Mitchell has the basketball being guarded by Scottie Barnes. Out there on the wing. Dennis Schroeder has the ball out there at the logo. Need a stop here. Need a stop. Need a stop. Need a stop. Dennis Schroeder has the basketball being guarded by Jamal Shed. Out there at the top. Lets a step back 3 fly. Good defense from Shed. Air ball. They kick it to the corner. James Harden lets it fly. That shot clock shouldn't have reset. Air ball once again. James Harden flops every single possession. You hate to see this. You hate to see this. All right. 141. 141 left in the quarter. 141 left in the quarter. All right. Kenny Atkinson calling timeout. All right. We're rocking. Whoo. All right. RJ Barrett has the basketball. Scottie Barnes on a point. Don't walk up the ball, Scottie. You have a minute left. You're down by 8. Drive the lane. Drive the lane. Dennis Schroeder's guarding Scottie Barnes. This has to be a point. There you go. Jamal Shed, open corner 3. And then 3 missed open corner 3s to Jamal Shed. Jamal Shed and Jakob Walter got us here, but they're choking down the stretch. They're choking down the stretch. 124, 116, 120 left in this game. 105 left in the quarter. James Harden has the basketball. Need a stop. Need a stop. Need a stop. Need a stop. James Harden step back out there at mid-range. Front of the rim. Go back the other way. Sprint. 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 Scottie Barnes transition. Passes to Colin Murray-Boyles. Get the dunk. Okay. Okay. 6-point game. 6-point game. 2-possession game. 57 seconds left. 57 seconds. Jamal Shed pressuring Donovan Mitchell. All right. They're full court press. Oh! Deflection! Okay, no. They're trapping. They're trapping. All right. Scottie Barnes guarding dead shooter. Jamal Shed guarding Donovan Mitchell at the top. 2-possession game. 40 seconds left. RJ Barrett has the basketball. 4 seconds left. RJ Barrett guarding Donovan Mitchell. They pass it to Evan Mobley. Great defense from Colin Murray-Boyles. Get the rebound. Go, 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 go. Scottie Barnes, the wings it. Jakob Walter drives the lane. Go right to the rim. Nice reverse layup from. There you go. CMB with the dunk. CMB with a 4-0 run. 120, 120, 124. They call foul. Raptors intentionally foul. Okay. 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 120, 124. 120, 124. Raptors foul. Colin Murray-Boyles. 2 dunks. 2 dunks. 117 people out here. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're liking the commentary. All of the latest Raptors news action out there on this channel. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. It means the absolute world to me. We got 1,700 people out here right now. All right, let's get S for steal, folks. Need a steal. Need a steal. Need a steal. James Harden inbound the basketball. Dennis Schroeder has the ball. And James Harden has it. James Harden has it. Foul. Foul. There we go. Blocking foul out there on Jamal Shed. Blocking foul out there on Jamal Shed. 18 seconds left. 18 seconds left. 18 seconds left. 18 seconds left. All right. 120, my God. 120 to 124. 120, 124. James Harden, please choke. Choke, James Harden. Imagine how sweet it would be on ESPN, on all of these places, to see you choke. Just miss. Miss both of these free throws. Miss both of these free throws. Miss both of these free throws. Please. Please. And he misses the free throw. He misses the first. He misses the first. 124, 120. 124 to 120. Miss both of these free throws. Please. Please, James Harden. Please, James Harden. Please, James Harden. Miss. 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 I need this. I need this. I need you to miss this. I need you to miss this. There's so much time. They're subbing in rebounders. They're subbing in rebounders. 18 seconds left. 120, 124. Let's go. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. 120. 120, 124. 124 to 120. James Harden makes the second. You got 1 or 2. You got 1 or 2. All right. All right. All right. 18 seconds. You get a 3 here, this is a game. If we get a 3 here, this is a game. You get a 3 here, this isn't over. Raptors call timeout. Raptors call timeout. Raptors call timeout. Story of this game, the Raptors went cold to close things off. And, you know, this entire game, I got to give credit. I got to give credit where credit's due. James Harden has played fantastic. 22 points, 19 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 of 13 shooting. Donovan Mitchell, the stars of the Cleveland Cavaliers have showed up. The stars of the Cleveland Cavaliers have showed up. 7 of 17 shooting. Evan Mobley's been good. He's knocked down some really killer momentum threes. This is tough. But you know what? The Raptors, they come back from worse. They've been able to do this. This is time. This is time for the Toronto Raptors to really come out and cook. RJ Barrett's ready to roll. Jameson Battle's ready to roll. He's probably going to be in this game. We just need a couple buckets. Need a couple buckets. Woo. Okay. 18 seconds. 120, 125. Man. All right. We're rocking. We're rocking. 18 seconds. No lose. Sharif, you look like a salty Cavs fan. Because the Raptors are going to absolutely cook. All right. 18 seconds left. 120, 125. Let's go. Woo! 10 subscribers away from 41,400. I think we can get there. Hit that subscribe button. You want the Raptors to win? We got 1,900 people out there in the chat. All right. RJ Barrett's inbound the basketball. On the court, Jamal Shed, Jakob Poeltl, Scottie Barnes, and Jamison Battle. With RJ Barrett inbounding the basketball. All right. Let's go. 120, 125. 120, 125. All right. Let's get a bucket. Let's get a bucket. They inbounded to Scottie Barnes. 18 seconds left. Handoff. Fake handoff. Scottie Barnes driving the lane. Pass it to RJ Barrett. Step back 3 from RJ Barrett. Swing. Come on. You got to shoot. You got to shoot. Step back 3, Scottie Barnes. In and out. James Bell almost tips the ball in. And then the Raptors lose. The Raptors lose. Raptors down by 5. Evan Mobley. In and out 3 out there for Scottie Barnes out there this one. Or 4. 2 more. Raps in 7. Folks, this isn't a series. This isn't a series till a team wins on the road. This isn't a series till a team wins on the road. And you know what? Evan Mobley missed the free throw, so maybe we can get it. Maybe we can get it. Maybe we can get this. We're also 5 subscribers away from 41,400. If you're enjoying all the commentary that we've had, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. But the series doesn't start till a team wins on the road. So this series literally hasn't started yet. So the Raptors win at home, and then we make the series happen out there on the road. I was reading a book, The Art of War by Sun Tzu, and they said in a best-of-7 battle, it is oftentimes best when it is tied 2-2 to give them the 5th battle, the fifth war in a best-of-7, so they get overconfident going down the stretch, and then you can come out and you get the win. So I think the Raptors, they went up big, they did their thing, proved that they are the better team and that they can win on the Cavs court, and then they just gave them that opportunity. They gave them that opportunity, and they said, "Hey, take this," but they take this. So no, this is real. This is written by Sun Tzu, ancient text, The Art of War. Go read the book. Darko Rajaković has read the book, and that's why this happened. We hit 41,400 subs. Appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate every single one of you that's tuned in to this stream, to this vids. Raptors are in timeout right now. There's 2 seconds left out there. This is 125 to 120. Evan Mobley can't hit those clutch free throws like Scottie. But no, Jerry, it's real. It's real. The Art of War. The Art of War. The Art of War. I have actually read it. I might be extrapolating and lying about the actual context of the book, but you know, it is what it is. We lost the sub. It is what it is. Let's see if we can get to hit that subscribe button. We get that. Have we started? Stop passing. You know, The Raptors didn't choke. They strategically lost. That's what's happened. It was a good game for the Toronto Raptors. It was a good game. 2 seconds left. 120, 125. If you get a quick bucket, you get a quick button, you're in pretty good stuff. Pretty good shape. Mamu's subbing it, throwing in the basketball. And then they run the OG Anunoby play. RJ Barrett lets a 5 from 3 from the rim. And that's officially the game. Folks. I appreciate every single one of you that tuned into the stream. Pulled up here. 1,400 people out here right now. Hit that subscribe button. Appreciate every single one. If we are going to have a post game, it's going to be recorded tonight. It's going to be up in the next half hour, 40 minutes, however long. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and let me know if you are out here in the stream. We have 40,000 viewers out there in the stream. Still 1,400 people in there right now. Let me know if you were out here for the stream. It was a pleasure watching this game with you. Honestly, I'm not worried. What I saw in this game, I am extremely confident for this team going forward. So, appreciate every single one of you. I'm signing out. Cheers.
Raptors Digest percussion ignites. From the north, we bring the might. Clawing day, full of pride. Tune in now, join the ride.
Subscribe to the Raptors Digest. It's good for you.